I got that work. Cause you know my government, that don't mean you know who you fucking with. Cause I be on other shit. My bloodline part of the covenant. Under or howl at the moon like a lichen. Hit your little boo with thunder and lightning. Cause I heard you and your crew don't like me. Fuck you won't do, nigga, fight me. Stick on me, shit dare you to try it. We loud, bitch loud, hell loud. Ain't nothing about me quiet. I get to the bag just to fuck up and check it. My bitch from the back with my hands run up. Then it's back to the depend how I speaking, it is who I am. Depend how I speaking, they could be fam. No matter what I am. Goddamn, get left cause your money ain't right. Homeless mornings with them hungry nights. County blues, dirty white on whites. Boys on your toys, ain't talking about Fisher Price. Pressure was pipe, now this shit made a diamond. Gucci Black can tell you I've been grinding. Need a paper to finish my assignment. My wheels been turning, they needed alignment. Doing fashion now, I'm a designer. On the plane, I'm checking the climate. Can't fuck with niggas, yeah, they be telling. Same nigga done called you your brother. Try to sit down, have dinner with your mother. Try to lay dick in your baby mother. Just the tales of a motherfucker hustler. Lay it on them thick, peanut butter.
How you feeling?
When you fuck with the ninja. Sir.
I see we got folks in here early. What's up, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you feeling? How you feeling? How everybody feeling? We got 4-5 people in here already, man. Feel free to shut a live on YouTube, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, whatever. Thanks. I had to throw the shades on so I ain't look like I'm deteriorating. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for the love. I'm good. I ain't got no complaints. I definitely be sharing how I'm feeling, in full capacity during the show or during the episode. We supposed to have a homie Malik Shabazz, aka Mr. Spencer, speak the truth. Hop in with the masculine ministries tonight. I'm not sure if he's still gonna pop in. Life be life, and then some of us actually do have jobs. That's not to take away from anybody else that doesn't have a job, but that brother is also a lifesaver, a firefighter for the city back home. So he may or may not join. I still wanted to keep shit active. What's up, my brother? How you feeling, Will? Again, like I said, we up to 7 and 8 now. So do me a favor, man. Go ahead out of here. Shut a live. You can share it in some of the Facebook groups. You can share it on your page, your friend page, your enemy's page. Then hop to your Instagram and so on and so on. If you don't know who I am, I'm Worthy the Surf Ninja 219. 219 mean by way of Gary, Indiana. I represent the home of the big dog, Glenn Robinson. Y'all probably too young for that. But anyway, shout out to Glenn Robinson, the home of Michael Jackson. And also well-known Freddie Gibbs. But, yeah, we finna get active. Like I said, I'm supposed to have the masculine ministries in tonight. But if not, y'all know we're going to be able to still have a conversation. Quick question. If I block someone, they can't see my comments. Nope. If you block somebody, I'm pretty sure they can't see your comments on anything. Like on my post, your post. It don't matter. How everybody feeling? I got my sexy voice going on. I consider y'all to be family, so I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all. So I've been fasting. I started fasting about 8 days ago, and last night I actually came home and broke my fast after work. Not in a bad way, but I figured I wanted to cook me and wifey something special. We had steak, mashed potatoes, eggs, and crescent rolls. And I've just been feeling weird since then. Like I don't know. Because prior to that, I was eating everything you could think of: mangoes, avocados, the seeded grapes, seeded watermelons. Although they just went out of season. That sounds good. Yeah, it was good. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm getting to is now, like my body, my immune system is acting weird. I got this little thing in my throat. Then they had the nerve to have me working outside today, holding the sign. But overall, I'm feeling good. I just wanted to share that with y'all. So, hey, real quick, tap in. Let me know what city or state y'all watching me from, man. And don't forget to shut a live, man. That's the best way for us to get the algorithms moving early. Don't wait till we get to having that good conversation and want to share it, man. Share it now. I'm going to do it myself, because it's all about self-love. I promote that a lot. If you don't love yourself or support yourself or promote yourself, how can you expect somebody else to do it? I mean, often we do have other folks that's going to love us, but if you ain't loving yourself, how do you know how to receive that love or even to give it out? All right, near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we got the Midwest in the building. I'm going to go shut a live myself, like I said. I'm from Gary, Indiana again, so we big Midwest in here. Who else from the Midwest? Tap in, talk with me. Tap in, talk with me. I could play some music, but I'd rather not. I've seen so many folks drop in early. I wanted to acknowledge y'all and that good energy that y'all got, because I know you watching with good energy. If you watching, you got bad energy, you probably on some hater shit. And we ain't here for that. We ain't here for that. You see, I got my little pony today. I'm really thinking about cutting my hair, man. It's been a deep thought lately, especially with my birthday coming up. Speaking on birthdays, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, and she's finna be a teenager. I got a phone call. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Hello? Hello. Who's calling? Who's calling? Adonis?
Daddy.
Adonis?
Yeah.
Is that Adonis?
Yeah.
Casanova?
Yeah.
Hey, baby boy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
What you doing?
Watching something.
Watching something like what?
A lot of things at one time.
A lot of things at one time. You sound like your daddy. How was school today?
Good. I didn't go to school.
You didn't go to school? Not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
My grandma is gonna sign me into school.
Oh, okay.
So I have one more day until I wake up this day, right, Mommy? And then I can go to school.
Okay. You say you feeling better. You want to talk to daddy now?
Yep.
You what you been doing?
Wait 1 second, Daddy.
Wait 1 second.
I'm sitting in the chair.
Wait 1 second, Dad. You making my night.
Guess
What?
I got a new toy.
You got a new toy? What kind of toy you got?
Another new toy.
Another?
Yeah, it's a Bakugan.
It's a Bakugan?
Yeah.
You got to send Daddy some pictures.
Okay.
Not right now, but I'm just saying in general.
Mom, Daddy.
Huh?
Daddy.
Yeah?
Can you send my picture from school to Mommy?
Sure, I can. Sure. Anything else?
Huh? Because my mommy wants to see my pictures.
Oh, okay.
Right, Mommy? She said, she wants to see my pictures.
Okay, son, I don't mind. I'll make sure I get those pictures to you and your mother.
Huh?
I say I'll be sure to get those pictures to you and your mom as soon as possible.
Okay.
So you feeling better? You want to talk to Daddy again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. I miss you.
I miss you too.
You sure?
Yeah.
We don't miss Daddy.
I do.
You promise?
Promise. Anything promise.
Pinky, okay. I'm gonna hold you to that. You know about you and them pinky promises.
Yeah. Sometimes I break them.
Sometimes you break them. It's okay. It's okay. So what you been doing today? Don.
Yeah.
What have you been doing today?
Huh?
Just watching TV. Have you been outside today?
Yeah.
Huh? You said what? Don.
Watching TV.
But Daddy trying to talk to you just for a little second. Did you say your affirmations this morning?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
I forgot.
You forgot? How about go ahead and do them now?
I am smart. I am kind. I am intelligent.
See, that's what happens when you don't do them every day. You got to remember, I love people and what? And what?
And I love people and people love me.
Yeah, yeah. You sound like you watching TV.
Yeah.
What you watching?
Huh?
What you watching? All your Facebook aunties and uncles been asking about you. They say, hey, Adonis.
Hey.
I'm going to tell them, I'm going to let them know you say hey, okay? Hello? All right, Don. Adonis.
Yeah.
Daddy loves you. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Go ahead and watch TV.
Okay.
All right, talk to you soon.
Okay.
I love you. Adonis.
Uh-huh.
I said, Daddy says, I love you. Adonis.
Yeah.
What? I said, I love you. What is your response, big head?
Huh?
Daddy says, I love you. How do you respond to that?
I love you too.
All right, you stuck in that TV. Whew. All right.
I love you too.
All right, big boy. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So welcome to my world, Worthy's world. Church in the Wild with Worthy. I've got a guest coming. He's supposed to be popping up. I'm actually finna send the invite now. I did call Adonis a little earlier. I was very surprised that he actually called back. As you can see, that's just the type of kid he is, which isn't a bad thing. You know, he doesn't have to necessarily give me all his attention. I would hope that mom might cut off the TV when he calls me or talks to me, at least here and there. But who am I to ask? But how y'all feeling today? I definitely do want to share some more news about the custody case as well, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to send bro that invite. But while I'm sending that invite out, I want all my family, my friends, my Facebook family and friends, you know, I consider you guys to be family. Let me know how you feeling. Use one word to describe how you feeling. I pray that it's positive. If it's negative, don't even write it because we don't acknowledge that stuff. I don't want you manifesting that energy, put no, power into that source. Let's go positive. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're just happy to be off, but that's positive. You could be tired and all that, but just happy to be off. Maybe you're feeling successful. Maybe you feel blessed because you was told that you wouldn't make it to this age. But go ahead and write that word of positivity down for me while I send bro this invite. Send bro this invite, and we're going to get our convo started, man. We're going to share that positive energy. That felt good to talk to Adonis. It could always be a better conversation, but then I know how life is. I know how his mom's playing it. So I just appreciate the fact that he was able to call me, you know? So often we find a lot of stuff wrong with just the little things. And the fact, again, like I said, that he was able to call me, I'm going to allow that to be enough a good feeling to push me through for the night. You feel me? Can I get an amen? All right. I see some blessed, big blessed. I see a few blessed. Asia, what's up, sus? Hopeful. Okay. I'll go with that. Hopeful and blessed. She put two of them. It must have been a good week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could always be worse. I could find something to complain about when it comes to that. You know, whether it's been a loud background and not being able to talk to him or just her calling me last minute late, you know. But at the end of the day, that does nothing for me. I think I wasted a lot of energy today on that type of stuff. Somebody sold my shoes. Somebody bought my shoes, sold them. I had posted that. I wasted a little energy on that. Then I wasted a little energy on eating some damn fried chicken from KFC. Like I said, man, I had been fasting for 8 days, and last night I decided to break my fast, but in a good way. You know, I'm like, man, me and wifey ain't sat and had dinner in a while, especially one-on-one since baby boy had joined us. Is my mic on? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me? But we had steaks, mashed potatoes, crescent rolls, and eggs. I made majority of that. I can cook as well. You know, I just want to get some meat, put some meat in my mouth, and ended up smoking as well. Would sleep early. But I like to keep it honest with my folks. You know, I do push the agenda of just finding balance in your life, whether it's with the fast or even in your relationships or your business, parenting. You got to find balance. You know, you can't just be an asshole and be disciplining all day. You just can't be loving on your girl. Sometimes you got to be able to, you know. So that's what I'm about. You feel me, bro? I sound good. Okay. I got my radio voice on. So we about 14 deep, man. We 14 deep on the champ page. Let me send brother Malik, man, because he said send him the link. You know what I'm saying? We don't want him to dip off on us. While I'm at it, I do want to congratulate Wifey. Wifey has been on another Tubi movie, and she's just got accepted for a Netflix film. So she's doing big things. Y'all shout out Wifey. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tag her in one second. I'm sending brother Malik the link so he can join and come on board with his masculine ministries. You know, on Mondays, we don't take nothing away from the women, but we keep it real masculine. What's up, Meech? I hope you don't mind me calling you Meech, bro. How you feeling? Hey, I actually meant to call you today, bro, and it completely crossed my mind. It didn't. Anyway, it didn't happen, and my apologies, bro, but I do want to get with you ASAP. I'm talking about like within the next 24, 48 hours, so we can start mapping out things, you know, not just for us ourselves, but things that we can share with other folks to better their situations. Hey, Gayla, they say, how do you get them on a movie? Folks say they want to be on a movie with you. There she go with her extra years of work, networking with people. Years of work and networking with the right people. But yeah, she I don't know, did y'all see her on it? So she just did a show too. Like, I'm dating a whole superstar, bro. I don't need no clout. You know, I just need to do what my mission is. BK, what's up, sus? When you gonna join, man? You plan. You better come on, sus, man. This from season 1. I don't know, you guys missed season 1 of Church in the Wild. It was pretty dope. But on Wednesdays, we had a panel. Sus was actually the first person from the congregation to join. And she, you know what I'm saying? My situation or the platform and the way we present our podcast has a churchy vibe, but we not in a temple. We use this platform to agree and disagree, but do it in a respectful manner. I seen a lot of folks when I was sharing the situation with my son, some Jezzies. I still call the girl a damn Jezzy. I don't care what she says. She a definite Jezzy. But she kept using that, oh, you said this is a place to agree and disagree, but you're not going to be disrespecting me. You know, this same Jezebel also shared pictures of my son and the outfit he had on. Like, she was clowning it like damn, men don't like to wear their ankles out now no more. Is that feminine? It is Masculine Ministries Monday, so I definitely need to ask, bro, that. Like, is it feminine to wear my feet out? I mean, my ankles out? Like, babe, is it feminine to wear your ankles out? Is it feminine to what was the post I put up today? Like, to love on your woman? Is that feminine? That's stupid. Man, I gotta talk to Malik about this, man. But shit, my ass fell asleep. Malik, she said don't say that, because I don't feel like battling, bro, man. Nope, we ain't gonna have no battle. Actually, I got something else for y'all next week, though. Not next week, this Wednesday. So, like, Monday is like a tune-up. You know, Monday is a tune-up for Wednesday. What we do, we get some of this shit going. We find out the topics. But Wednesday is when it's heavy. But this Wednesday is finna be heavy. I don't know if y'all seen the guest that I had last Wednesday. Shout out to Asia Brown, a.k.a. Asia Boo. She's from my hometown as well. She's my best friend's sister. Real dope queen. Mom, entrepreneur. She sent my girl a package. Pure opulence. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but if not, you need to get familiar with sis. Opulence. It's opulence. Don't do that. talking about some opulence. Like I said, but Wednesday we got the homie Malik joining and Asia joining. I don't know if y'all seen the conversations, how we was conversing or whatnot. Hey, somebody tag Malik for me too. Tell him to check his inbox. But him and Asia, that dialogue when it came to talking about, you know, God, Jesus, church, man, it was dope. It was dope, beyond dope, just to see some feminine energy be able to converse and back and forth dialogue, kind of debate for the most part about you know what I'm saying, the way she's feeding the dog. But I'm gonna have both of them. So it's gonna be them, you know, I play the middle. We had talked about it during the show, but they agreed that this was gonna happen. So this Wednesday, we definitely gonna have them up. We're gonna be talking those type of vibes. Again, we ain't trying to push them holier than thou vibes, but a lot of us know that it's a higher power. And we like to converse about that. We like to converse about what we taught, how we've been led astray, and the things that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? So when you got some people who are versed in that world, that been in that church life, have sinned and repented and things of that magnitude, I mean, who better than to teach you? You know what I'm saying? Or for you to learn from, however you like hearing and saying it, man. But that's exactly what we on this Wednesday. So again, Monday is like a pick me up or get you ready for Wednesday. And then, you know, I do pop-up podcasts all throughout the week. I am an artist. I do express myself through fashion, art, and music being my first love. But again, I do it all. Whatever platform or canvas God gives me, I use that and I create. Big Twan, what's up, homie? How you doing, man? How you feel about the Drake and Joe Budden situation while we waiting on Malik, man? The homie Malik actually posted some it was pretty funny, and how he felt at first, you know, because I'm a super Drake fan, so I want to cover it the right way. I've been a Drake fan when he had the booty face, you know, before he got the beard and mustache. I was his fan first was it Take Care? Is it Take Care, or what was his first? Anyway, when he got the Cash Money, hey, I'm like, light-skinned guys is up. I wasn't really a Joe Budden fan. Pump it up and stuff like that. That wasn't my lingo. But I liked his lyricism, his bars, his metaphors and shit. So I enjoyed his hip-hop. But as far as the commercial music, I never liked Joe. But right now they beefing or whatever. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't understand like the whole history behind them. I've seen a video where Drake was, okay, bro's there. So bro got the link. He just shared it, so bro got the link. The link is in your inbox, bro. But anyway, Drake, I seen a video where Drake was basically started from the bottom. Look, you know, again, booty face, no beard, no mustache. It's him and Joe Buttons. I guess Joe Budden's working the phone. He's got Joe Budden. He's giving him all this praise and whatnot. Hold on, before I continue this, I see the brother Malik just joined in. Black will never be out of style. On me, bro. Hey. The brother Malik just hit the green room, so what I'm gonna do is bring Malik on real quick, and then we'll continue with the Drake and Joe Budden situation. I think that's a perfect start for where we going. Y'all make sure y'all show Malik some love, man. They got a brother here in the background.
What up, though? What up? What's good with you? Hey, chilling, man. Yes, sir.
Malik, some energy, bro. Like I said, man, he worked for the city, man. He's actually a hero that doesn't wear the way he verbalizes the things that he believes in. Bro is physically out here making a difference on the day-to-day. I want you guys to know that the brother did write me, even though me and him both planned to do this. He like, man, I'm tired as ever, bro, but I'll be on that with you. And I want you guys to just send him love and energy. It takes a lot to not only leave your real life and do this. You know what I'm saying? So send that brother some energy. How you feeling, bro?
Chilling, man. Slow motion. You know how it is. Like I said, yeah, better than no motion. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna definitely come on here and rap with you. Plus, it do be a lot of stuff that we need to talk about, man. We gotta try to bring back masculinity any way we can. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely lacking out here. You said you're talking about Drake. I peeped you for a little bit, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Drake on some other stuff right now, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about the backstory before we get your opinion on that. All right, so Joe Budden I'm gonna play the video too. I don't know. Do you got the video on your page, bro? Where he was.
No, I ain't even like. But honestly, it ain't even really to me matter what Joe Budden even said. It was Drake response that was just a little bit on the feminine side for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but what did Joe Budden say?
Before you knew what Joe Budden said, it bothered you that bad?
No, like I don't know what Joe Budden said. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that response was just a little bit too feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how chicks respond and stuff. And then he kind of he went on there talking about, you know what I'm saying, the money stuff. And I hate when people try to front on people about with money. You know what I'm saying? Like money don't make the only thing to make a man, you know what I'm saying? Even though Joe Budden's career did fizzle out, we can't lie about that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff that Drake was saying probably was just real points, but to a certain extent, when a hater say something to you, and you know they to a certain extent beneath you, you can just let that kind of slide off. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he put a lot of emotional, feminine energy into that response.
Was that feminine energy to you?
That was way too much feminine energy, man. Like I told you, it was kind of like that picture I posted, like him writing in this journal talking about Dear Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just weird, man. But Drake been on some weird stuff lately, and that's probably I don't know if that's the spin y'all trying to go with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of I don't know what's been up with Drake. Ray. He been wearing the barrettes in his hair. He been painting his fingernails, hanging out with Lil Yachty a lot. So it just seemed like he on some old gay stuff anyway. No homo, or can you even say gay and no homo anymore without being like censored?
I don't know. Look, what we gonna do? I'm gonna give him the backstory. So for the folks who don't know who Joe Budden is, he's used to be a hip hop artist, rapper. His career definitely did fizzle out. I think it was the whole commercial approach. Pump it up. He wasn't there. But he graduated to being a podcaster. You know, I guess a critic. So he recently critiqued Drake's latest album. I don't know if you guys checked it out. It's got that damn gothic like type of white dog, which says so much to me in many aspects. I feel like he's a plant, but I'm not gonna go there yet. But what Joe said basically in a nutshell is like, I mean, dude, how old are you? The music that you're recording and delivering to the masses, this sound like, you know, you just doing this for a check. You sound like you ain't grew up. And then it was something funny. He was like, man, I had to Google this nigga's age to see how old he was. He like, man, this nigga finna be 36. And before, I ain't gonna lie, before I heard the video, I was kind of on Drake's side. So I don't know if that's feminine energy, but I heard because he was like, shit, nigga, you know, I kind of used to look up to you, and you didn't do what you set out to do. Now here I am, an artist that's selling out shows, arenas, my CD going triple, double platinum or whatever, however you said, bruh, why you hating? But after seeing the video, I got it. I'm like, bruh, where is the elevation? Where is the build up? Where is this type of music? Like the maturity? Is it only about sales? I feel like he's an industry plant. I feel like he's no different than Sexy Red in them. He's here to make us think that this shit is cool and to lead us astray instead of, like you say, put that masculine power behind it. Along with that, I don't know if you heard the bar where he said, I'm gonna whip you and chain you like American slaves.
Nah, who Drake said that?
Yeah, he said that, and so he got a verse, and I shared it on my page, my Champ James Worthy page. He's got a verse, and it's a song, so he's singing to some chicks. He like, I'm gonna whip you and chain you like Americans. Like how?
I don't know, man. I ain't even listen to Drake album. I tried to listen to one of that song that said with J. Cole, but I didn't even that wasn't like too impressive to me. You know what I'm saying? I think kind of what you said though, you know what I'm saying? If you really pay attention to the general audience that they trying to reach right now as far as rap music, I guess I understand what Drake going in that regards. Because you know, you remember what Jay-Z said, he said I dumbed down my lyrics for my audience to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's honestly what if you really want to be popular, if you want to be hot in this generation of rappers, you kind of do got to be halfway retarded. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like slightly stupid. You got to be a little bit like your lyrics got to kind of be like oh girl, like that Pound Town song. You know what I'm saying? Where it really don't make a bunch of sense. It's just a bunch of beats and hooks and weird stuff. So in that regards, if Drake is doing that just to kind of make money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. He ain't, if Drake really wanted to hit him with some real grown man, who gonna buy that? You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody to a certain extent, because this generation is just full of idiots, especially if you're trying to reach Gen Z. Like, yeah, you can talk about some real stuff, but it ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, in this generation that we live in with music right now, they are trying to is more towards like a Lil Uzi, a Lil Baby, or just weird stuff that people think about it. What's your boy name too? Because I asked a question about this the other day. I'm like, man, why?
My boy, why I gotta be my boy?
Well, you know what I'm saying. In general, y'all boys, yeah, y'all be liking this young cat. What's his name? Lil Durk or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like Lil Durk like that, man.
Lil Durk I think he's about 30, 31. He, you know what I'm saying? When we was coming up, a 30-year-old was supposed to be like maturity. You know what I'm saying? We seen Pocket 25 who was mature. So our generation, we just used to holding 30-year-olds to a certain extent of maturity. And Durk, like, he can't even, he can grow a beard. It looks like he can grow a beard and mustache and facial hair because you can tell he shaved. But it's just like, I asked, like, why won't they allow this man to grow a beard? You know what I'm saying? And somebody pointed it out, like, you know what I'm saying? He got to reach a younger audience because his music is kind of still dumbed down, young, and stupid. You know what I'm saying? So they not really, rappers not really talking about a bunch of nothing nowadays, bro. So, and that,
keep us oppressed, right?
It's not necessary. I think they dumbed us down, society, so much to a certain extent. It's not even keeping us oppressed. Like, the powers that be definitely won't. Black people, it seems like they pushing this narrative hard where they want the men to be like kind of feminine. They want the women to be hypersexual. So they are putting whatever artists promote that, they are pushing it. You know what I'm saying? But I think this has been going on for a while. I think it's been about the past about 10 years because the music started changing around that time where it's kind of like it started being lyrical. It started going to more like just hooks and beats and just nothing, a bunch of mumble rap. You know what I'm saying? Mumble rap been around now, I think, almost 10 years. And it's just like, if you got a whole generation of people who grew up on that, and this kind of what they like the dumbing down process has already happened. You know what I'm saying? You got a generation of idiots with Gen Z right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are kind of like mush brains.
The fact that mumble rap is even a fucking genre, though,
but it is though, and it's the biggest genre. It's mumble rap and thought rap. Those are the biggest genres of rap music right now. You ain't got no more. J. Cole every now and then come out with but he ain't even a hot like he used to be. You know what I'm saying? In 2014 or something like that, when you had J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and people like that who could still go.
I beg to differ, dog. What is you saying right now, bro? What you
talking about? With J. Cole?
Yeah, J. Cole, hot as fish grease, man.
You crazy as ever, dude. J. Cole ain't really mainstream hot. J. Cole just got a cult following. People who like J. Cole follow J. Cole and his music. But they ain't pushing J. Cole mainstream like they are like a Little Uzi or somebody.
The oppressors don't want you to understand what type of man it is. That's a man who don't care about materialism. That's a man that don't care about album sales and genuinely doing himself. He's a perfect example of being genuine you, what that can get you. You remember how J. Cole came to the industry, right?
I know he was flashy. He was under Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He was under Jigga Man. But it seemed like to me he got away from it. But now I'll be listening to some of this stuff. It seemed like he popped in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro said he one of the greatest. I gotta agree with bro, man, with that.
No, J. Cole he do go hard. He a lyrical beast. You know what I'm saying? I put him right under Jay-Z far as his generation, far as lyrics go. But he ain't getting the shine like he should. If we was a normal function of society, J. Cole would probably be the hottest thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because real rap music would be out. Like J. Cole probably
over K-Dot.
Oh yeah, definitely over K. I always like J. Cole over Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick had a different kind of. Kendrick had kind of one of those like Eminem type flows because you know he a product of like Dre and all them kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Where his music always kind of had like more of a animated feel to it. Really, he wasn't really spitting about stuff. that you know what I'm saying, that you could feel, but he was just doing it in a different way. He wasn't really doing it in like a way most urban people could really relate to it too. His music was more for the like college kid suburbs.
Hey, you might not have no manners, but I got manners, bro. I got to speak to these folks that's popping up in here. Brianna, what's up? Me say there's a message in his music. I think it's a message in both him and K-Dot music, though. I just think K-Dot is a little more commercial.
Because of his backing, though. You got to, you know what I'm saying? He got Eminem and Dr. Dre and, you know what I'm saying, that kind of backing for him. And he got that West Coast thing going on.
Yeah, with him backing him. You talking about the whole backing behind him, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Eminem made his whole image based off of being different and commercial and being kind of outlandish and weird. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why he featured with artists like Dirk to gain the new audience.
But see, that's what I'm saying. He be doing that stuff. You talking about Cole?
Yeah, that's what bro said. He said, I think that's why he featured with artists like Dirk to gain those new audience.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But it seemed like he popped in and out with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like some of his songs he is talking about, okay, like you said, he kind of humbled down to earth. But then in some of the songs, I see he kind of popped back to like Hollywood Cole. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is trying to a certain sense, straddle the fence because he do got to keep his bread up. This is livelihood. So he know he got to come time dumb down to reach the audience or talk about some of the stuff that they want to hear. You can't just keep spitting positivity if you really try to make bread in this culture.
I agree. It's hard. It's harder than when you just being all rapping about what they want to hear. Bang, bang, have a little sex, flex.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I'm just like, I think Drake, like you said, Drake is fully sold out to the industry, though. He doing now he painted his fingernails, you know what I'm saying? Drake wasn't really, when Drake first came out, he was kind of like a preppy, one of them suburban rappers that they still backpack rappers, but he had flow, but he was still kind of like a dude. He was soft, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't feminine soft. He was kind of just like nerdy soft. Now it seems like
the higher up snatched him. They put him in the light. You know, he got a Jewish mom, dad's black. He's from Canada. I feel like, again, and he light skinned. Nothing against us light skinned brothers, but that's like a four-prolonged tantra. So.
No, you know what I'm saying? I know I got a lot of homeboys that's light skinned, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't really falling to those light skinned stereotypes.
Hey, he just said that, sis. I swear, bro just said Drake getting real sassy, and it's to the point, like, I'm glad we even started with this because you got so many older men, younger men that look up to him. The music is controlling as well. You know, the melodic tunes that are played. If you don't catch that shit, it do a lot to you. It might have you in your feelings, missing a bitch that you ain't supposed to be with. Now, like you said, he done jumped the wave with the whole painting your nails. It's like, what does the feminine energy stop with men? Like, it's getting real yag. It's getting real yag here. Like, to the point where I want to cut my hair and all this because listening to folks describe this as feminine energy is not a good feeling. It's masculine. But
exactly.
Nah,
I couldn't. You going in and out for some reason, bro. I can't kind of.
Yo. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you go.
All right, my bad. I'm just saying, like, just being this feminine energy is taking over, bro. Like, we got to get a hold of this shit. It's okay to on your woman, but damn.
Do you really think we can get a hold of it? Like I told you, bro, the powers that be got a strong hold on the society, whether it's through the water, whether it's through the food, whether it's through the entertainment with all your music entertainers, the television shows that you watch, they popping up everywhere. Like the social engineering is on all streams. Like then you got the government pushing it. Now that you got Democrats in control, you know what I'm saying? They pushing it super hard, no homo. But it's just like how do you really be able to get a hold on other than, you know what I'm saying, you start a small group of, that's what I keep trying to tell people. I think the next move that really needs to happen is masculine men don't really operate and form crews or whatever, all that kind of stuff. You kind of operate on your own in a lot. But the only way you can really make a blow in society is if men really do start like an organization that's going to fight back against all of this stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Where you're going to really be able to be like, hey, I'm ready to take on those alphabet communities where they won't be able to push their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, okay, you can be whatever you want to, but we just don't need the promotion of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what real men need to stand up and come in there.
Yeah. But that's what it starts, like the small groups, like the small podcasts or the platforms where we talk about it and we very direct, where we stand up, even if it's another man to come on here and say, hey man, it's okay. If we could present that it's not okay, or vice versa, and get an understanding, this is what it's about.
But you know what?
Go ahead, bro.
You know what I was gonna say though? You know what the problem is with men, even with the alpha men right now, a lot of us are distracted. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's how they kind of got a strong code on us too, because not only are they using the alphabet community against us, they're using the women against us. You know what I'm saying? Because the advocate of the alphabet community is the woman, especially the black woman. You know what I'm saying? That they love that community. They advocate and promote it for it tough. And then so you can't say
Beyonce, what she was.
Yeah, I know. You see what I'm saying? Like that. All
Drake. We going away from Drake and we going into and they're using the YAG community to really be dead in your face to make it seem cool. But go ahead, bro. Touch on that. Pause. Touch on that part.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they're using women, black women, all women in general, women with a sense of influence. Even if you pay attention to like the women in our community with a sense of influence, they got a lot of that community in their circle as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's the thing about it is, so if you say anything about it, now you got the woman against you. And now, not only do you got the woman against you defending that community, now you got the woman kind of distracting you, because our women are a little bit more hypersexual now. So anytime you got women out there really hypersexual, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, no, we already know it's not a little, but you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, like, I don't care if you're a heterosexual man, bro, fighting the temptations of this society is the hardest that it's ever been. You almost got to get off of social media. You almost got to stay in the crib, because like anywhere you go now, chicks are either half naked. It can be cold. Like a Halloween used to turn into like slut fest. You know what I'm saying? Like when Halloween come up, you're gonna just see all the half naked chicks. Everybody gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you can't just keep seeing sexual images of women all day long and not be enticed and distracted.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
He's not saying don't be half naked. He just stating.
To a certain extent, I'm saying women need to not be half naked. To a certain, I'm not saying not be a freak for your dude or whatever, but to be out here half naked in society and just all over the place like that, dude, it's a distraction on society and it's corrupting us.
Don't drink those waters. My bad. Sitting having a conversation about waters.
Yeah, so that's my thing though. Like, if you look at the Muslim nations, they really do still require that they women be covered up. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that's kind of like a weakness, bro. That's a man's weakness. Just like, I don't know if you played sports in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like our coach Hoover, may rest in peace. That was one of his biggest things. Like, hey, on game night, don't be all right here messing with these young fast tail women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to reserve that energy. So if you ain't got a control over that part of your life, bro, like that's the biggest way that the enemy can sneak in and distract men.
Remember you took your car and went to the store?
Let me see that. Like water.
My bad. Hey, I want to read this comment, and then I seen a question. That's a great question, Willie. So I'm gonna pull that up next. But my homie Meek said parents aren't involved with their kids. That'll stop half these weekend artists getting pushed. I agree, because back in the day, that's one thing we said last Wednesday. Back in the day, you had the NWAs, you had the Dre's or whatever, the bad boys of the rap hip hop community. They were getting like what basically they were getting picketed or boycotted. You know, parents were stepping on these CDs, buying them and breaking. They even did that to Eminem. So now it's just like easy access. Fuck it, we're gonna promote this. We're gonna put it in our Foot Lockers. We're gonna put it at the store next to the school. We're gonna play it loud, driving down the street. I mean, how do you stop it? I know the parents, but what are other ways? Everybody, I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to make the algorithms do. As a community, I need suggestions. You know, we can put that in the air. We can let it vibrate. Maybe that'll take off. But hey, the brother Willie Bitten asked you a question. He said, "Do you get tempted, Mr. Spence?"
He said, "Do you?" if you're a heterosexual man, you get tempted. That's not even that's just a given. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care who you are. If you're a heterosexual man, you gonna battle with the desires of the flesh when it comes to these women. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be able to just see a bunch of half naked women all up and down your timeline. You ain't gonna be able to see a bunch of half naked women out of society and not say now you can fight temptation, but you know what I'm saying? Even still, like you gotta have a will to even fight it though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
Huh?
You fighting that temptation?
You got that's the only way you can. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll be distracted. You'll be fully distracted. I know how it is to be out here to be fully distracted where you know what I'm saying, like where you really is on the prowl.
Deflect, I need a direct answer. Do you be tempted? Yes or no?
I just said that was direct. Yes, that was a resounding yes.
What is your willpower that gets you? You know, because do you follow through or do you move around on that? And if you do, when you move around, what is your willpower that keeps you strong, brother?
That's what I'm saying. Like as a man, you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have your weak moments. You're gonna have your times where you win some battles, where you're gonna lose some battles. Even in your loss of battles, though, you got to kind of get back up and you be like, you know what? Hey, I lost this one, but I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna fight again for the next time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I tell people too. A lot of it is just really about your spiritual man and your natural man. You know what I'm saying? When you walk honestly, when you walk according to your spiritual man, it is a lot easier to not kind of fulfill the desires of the flesh. But when you just fully out here, you don't really got no desire to fight it. You all natural. Like the natural man to me don't even put up a fight. The natural man, whatever he's tempted with, he gonna go after. It ain't really temptation when you just giving in anyway. It's only temptation when you trying to say, you know what, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's temptation. Temptation ain't really. What's up?
Real quick. And we getting light, fellas. And this, I mean, we got females that's watching with us. That's cool. But let's get some more men in here, man. Y'all shut alive. Y'all tag some of y'all homies. Y'all know, I know we sit in sidebar and have these type of conversations on a regular. This is a great time to get folks involved. You know, even though that's with the women watching, they want to see that we growing as men and we're maturing and figuring it out. This brother not always right, but he got some good points that, like, at least you can get infected with some of his, you know what I'm saying? He let you know. So shut alive, man. Share it in some groups, bro. We talking masculine ministries right now. We're getting that energy. What you say, bro?
What your boy just said, women are jumping in men DMs nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing that we ain't really back in the day. That's to me, a woman to jumping in your inbox, dude. That's a masculine energy trait. You know what I'm saying? Like she put herself as the hunter at this point. Women wasn't never the hunter back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Women, even if a woman did like you, she'll give you cues and hints and hopefully that you'll bite the bait. But they wasn't really just like, hey, I need that. Let me get on. Or, you know what I'm saying? I got like over 5,000 people on my Facebook. So I'm even seeing a lot more chicks that's just like blatant, putting it out there like they just want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't looking for nothing else. They just want you to come take them to Pound Town a few hours. And then they want you up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, what do you do at that kind of stuff? Because of a chick, if she remotely nice looking and she put that on there, now you got to think about it like, I know how many people probably took that bait. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a different time, man. We dealing with stuff right now that I don't think no other generation ever had to deal with.
I feel like we've been dealing with this type, not this type in general, because it's been different categories, but I don't think any generation has dealt with the shit that we've dealt with. You know, with the crack epidemic, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of the other shit, but just from being an 80s baby to now, you know, to be here and seeing what's going on, because I'm started reading the Bible just a bit and seeing like that.
Right.
With the times, like damn, I'm really getting to see this shit. Like
we might really be that generation that's gonna be what they talk about end times. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to see that. And I think that's another thing that's kind of with our culture too. We so easily distracted because we do got so much stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot of entertainment, bro. We got a lot of sports. We got a lot of music. We got a lot of television. Like no other generation has ever been able to be so distracted from the point to where you really not even focus on like your religion or what's life or why you even here? You know what I'm saying?
Show. He said he blamed the Steve Harvey. I mean, blamed the Steve Harvey. Boy.
Think like, what was it called? Think like a man, act like a woman, or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about, Willie. You think that was the start of it, bro? I think
it possibly was. Especially if you're telling women to think like a man.
Yeah, but how many women actually read that with that feeling? And I mean, I could be wrong because I would some of that shit, but now I'm woke.
But you got to think about it too. It might be true because why you think they ain't giving people a platform in this world who ain't pushing their agenda? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you pay attention, Steve Harvey be everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he probably was definitely used to push an agenda on society, and like you said, the guy to get these women to be hypersexual. Even with that whole thing, like, oh, what make them wait night? Wasn't it like 90 days or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, some dudes are. You know, that like some men are patient enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna wait 90 days. I'm gonna hit all these other chicks, but then after that 90 days, I'm gonna crack her. Now she wide open. You know what I'm saying? So wait 90 days ain't really prove anything.
It ain't nothing though. I ain't never had to wait 90 days. I don't
even. Well, not no more 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 9 days is not even what you gotta wait.
You know, I would like my daughters to wait 90 days before they get some, but the time really expect that because some of us was very nasty at a young age. So
and that's another thing a lot of generations ain't deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
did we start all that? You feel like what?
80s, I think
babies.
The 80s baby. I think the 80 babies. So 80s, mid 70s. I think that's when that's all that stuff. Because I remember like my parents' generation, our parents. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of didn't have women just out there having sex all the time. It was still looked shamed upon. You know what I'm saying? For a woman to be like,
right? They had to make a holiday or an event. They had to have like what's the shit Freaknik for all the hoes to go hoe. Like I get what you're saying. I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right. You're wrong.
Yeah. So I think.
Anybody wish they could have attended Freaknik though? Not necessarily to be sexual, but just to.
Yeah. Back in the day, probably I wish we probably would have been. It would have been cool to see because it was a different world. But now, bro, you talk about a Freaknik now. Like you don't even need a Freaknik in this generation. These niggas are freaks anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody a freak.
Why you say Steve Harvey weird, bro? Why wait on Demetrius to comment? Because he said the dude Steve Harvey weird. I actually shout out to Steve Harvey. Me and wifey got engaged on this show, man. He seemed like a pretty good dude, but again, a lot of the higher ups, man, they can make it seem like that's one of their workers and shit, and that not even be the situation. Is it possible that Steve Harvey could just be a black man is working his magic, chasing his dreams, turning into reality, or is he what y'all say he is? Like.
Truth be told, like honestly, being that I think that anybody who would put on a platform in this world, I think they almost are evil, bro. I don't think it's even your big time pastors and preachers that anybody who get a platform, I think it's because they are working for the prince of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you can really be because that'd be going against his grain. Like if you really are genuinely preaching a message of all right, get away from society, be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be defeating his kingdom. So how would you put that kind of person in the spotlight?
Bro said, when did it start? When did people start saying they eat pussy?
Not even our generation. You remember in high school, people used to. That was a non.
Yeah. That was like eating ass. That was like
right. And then Kevin Gates came around and made that even popular. Where you got dudes on social media talking about how they'll do it. Just you know what I'm saying? Like we went from worse to worse.
And this sexual acts was private. You know, you would tell your homies and shit, but it was not a publication. It was not all over the world. You know, again, they're pushing that envelope. They want everything to be public. They want you to know that you can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you can, but it's disturbing to think like, damn, it's folks out here that want to have sex with all kinds. You know, I want to go. It's disturbing that it's men out here that want to dress like women and compete with them to the point that, like, fam, you playing a sport with them, bro. You don't want to play. You want to go dominate them. Like, I think the fight on masculinity. That's why
That is. And that's what I'm saying. Like I heard somebody say it too. It's a fight on masculinity, but it's also a fight against femininity as well. You know what I'm saying? They don't want women to be feminine no more. You know what I'm saying? The true feminine, not the pushover feminine, the true like classy feminine, the true like you know what I'm saying? Like submit to your husband feminine, the I want to raise kids feminine. Like you talk to a lot of these thoughts nowadays, bro. They don't even want to have kids. They just want you to take them to Pound Town on balconies, on trips. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing they talk about. Like, oh, I just want to go on trips and get to have sex on the balcony. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to even have the true nature of like wanted to be a woman. Women back in the day always wanted to be married. They wanted to have kids. You talk to like a lot of this younger generation of women, they don't want kids. They don't want to mess up their body. They still want to be able to be Instagram models. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different world, bro. And I don't think you can really, this culture can't sustain itself. I just don't think it's possible.
I agree totally. And I think that sexy red energy and shit like that. Masculine energy, when you think about it, like how what you just said, like to even rap about that type of shit or to drop a video and act like you ain't drop it, but that is men did that shit. We created porn and watching it, you know, and wanting to exploit women. Now let's exploit everybody. I don't agree with like men exploiting women, but we just stating the obvious, like
right. That's the nature.
So fellas, to the fellas that's in here, you see where we going with it so far. Like I see Meech and Willie dropping some jewels and gems, but anybody else want to chime in on like their opinion on how we fix it? I know it starts at home first and foremost. Start at home so you're not doing it by yourself. If you got boys and girls, whatever, wife, you all are talking about this type of stuff. So when y'all leave the house and you're able to have a conversation with somebody else that's like-minded, you can deliver that message. But beyond that, how do we help like break the cycle of the disrespect, the blatant disrespect on ourselves and others, both sexually, mentally, verbally, through our music, the way we dance? Doesn't express yourself sexually, but it's a time and a place for everything, I think. At the end of the day, it's a time for a woman to present her masculine energy. It's time for a man to be feminine. Hey, matter of fact, hey, what the fuck was that about? You think it's feminine to take your woman out, or what would you say? What was that post earlier? Let me go look this shit up, man. You had us lying, bro.
I don't even remember that, man. I'll be posting when I'm at work, tired or bored or something, or I'll be throwing all kind of random stuff out there.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it. In fact, I don't think you said it. I just say, oh, okay. So I had said it sound like some shit you would say though, but I was a post.
Oh, you talking about something about being romantic?
Yeah, a woman says that a man being romantic is feminine. How you guys feel about that?
You know what? I swear to God, like I kind of had this conversation a few times before, bro. I think that might be true. You know what I'm saying? Like just in the nature of things. And I was looking at this earlier, like, you know, we got like a lot of these like love movies, like the Notebook and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever seen any of those movies, but
don't get me started. Don't get me started on the Notebook, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not those men in those movies wasn't really just like alpha. Those men was a lot more on the beta feminine side. You know what I'm saying? Like no man is always just gonna be 100% romantic. And most of the time when a man is being romantic is because he's horny. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just because you really trying to get your rocks off, then you go back to being that brute and that beast that you truly are. But for a person to think like, oh, I'm just so romantic, for a woman to think a man is romantic all the time or his nature is romantic, I think he might be kind of gay. Yeah, what we saying? Yag?
Yeah, we gonna say YAG from now on, y'all. Hey, the homie Meech said something, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. He said it's got not just at the home, but we can't depend on the village anymore. And then that's what we kind of restart. That's what I'm restarting is the whole village energy. You know, we start by a small number, then it'll gradually pick up on a snowball effect. But then we'll take it outside of our platform and have this conversation. I see it happening on the daily because the things that I talk about on Wednesdays, whether it's like fasting or some of the spiritual shit I get to hear between Malik and Miss Asia Boo now, I took it back to work, and I was able to deliver a message to a few people that changed the way that they thought about stuff, and they ended up coming back to work the next day like, hey, I started my fast. So I think it's just it takes a talking about it and your delivery. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it where they can, like, you can't do like Malik, bro. You can't just punch a nigga with gloves with the message.
You got to sometimes, and I peeped what y'all was talking about last week, man. I'm just like, man, y'all got to understand, like, bro, everybody got a different fight. You don't have the generals. The generals at the front of the war ain't really about trying to recruit new recruits. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got recruiters for. Everybody got a role that they got to play. You know what I'm saying? The generals out here got to strategize, and you got to get the troops that's already troops prepared. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think a lot of that different. And I'm gonna hit y'all up when we talk with old girl about that, because you know what I'm saying. It's you got a lot of women kind of approach the gospel as a woman nature. You know what I'm saying? Women are nurturers, so you know what I'm saying. A lot of times that's how they go approach the gospel. A lot of times that's why a lot of men don't even go to church no more, because if you go to church, it's kind of like a real feminine energy in the church right now, because it's mostly women there. So you know what I'm saying? Even a lot of these pastors, they making a message more feminine geared. Even the services are more feminine geared. You go there, and it's like a bunch of shouting and praising and dancing and all that kind of stuff. That men ain't really into that. Men want to get to the meat. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so,
bro, I don't think that's feminine. Malik might disagree, but I know damn well that what was the word they had? They had a word back in the day. What was it called?
Girl, a rose at work because I liked it.
Yeah, come on now.
No, I'm not. No, see, that's what I'm saying. That's a romantic act. It ain't necessarily a romantic lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you should court a chick. I don't think there's nothing wrong with courting a chick if you really trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and chivalry. You talking about the word chivalry, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing wrong with kind of being like, all right, I'm gonna treat this woman like a woman, because then you do want to kind of make her feminine. But I'm just saying, it's a lifestyle. You ain't gonna be sitting around like Drake writing poems all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna send a chick love letters all day because you just bored at work and like, oh my God, I'm thinking about you all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna do what you got to do when you got that feeling, or when you want to show us that you love her. But at the same time, that's not gonna be every day. That's not gonna be all the time. That's not gonna be your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You got to have balance out. You know what I'm saying? Men back in the day, when men was cavemen, they courted chicks, but then they went back to going out there and clobbering wildebeest upside the head. You know what I'm saying?
Clobbering time. Oh,
right. Now you got these dudes who, like, they lifestyle is romantic. They want to wear the sandals, and they got to go get their nails done, and they want to smell sweet, and they want to be, you know what I'm saying, prancing and all around. So that's what I'm talking about, a romantic lifestyle where the dude just seemed a little bit soft, because he is soft.
I totally agree, bro, and I agree more so because as you saying that shit, I'm looking at me, and I'm like, even with my hair, I'm not in my hair all day. I'm not putting the best hair softener and getting my shit done every day. I think that's why I don't even tiptoe on the line. I feel like I'm masculine as fuck. My look just don't necessarily match what our old school masculine men look like. I'm like rock star masculine. Like, yeah,
no, you're eccentric. That's what you like. You know what I'm saying? That's you. You kind of always, to a certain extent, been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing wrong with being eccentric or whatever. But like I told you, a lot of our stuff is still influenced by women, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, like, that whole metrosexual stage that brothers went through, because that's what women liked. You know what I'm saying? Men wasn't just out here talking about, I want to wear pink, and I want to wear loafers, and I want to wear sweater vests, and, you know what I'm saying, do all this weird stuff that brothers doing.
I heard my dad, he didn't even want to dress like my mom. It was a lot of men that didn't want to dress like their women, but they did it.
Because that's what women wanted.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Because see, now I'm the guy that will dress like my woman. Not like my woman, but we'll match. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
I do.
That's my whole thing too.
Go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you cool. Like, that's my thing too. Like, back in the day, women conformed to the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the man was the dominant factor, he was the force. So with a woman, she figured out what this man liked, and they tried to make it where, okay, I got to be like this man. I'm gonna do what this man want. Now it's flipped. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I say. It's a female dominant society right now, and we're doing a lot of stuff to appeal to women.
Yeah, not ourselves. I agree. We used to do it, and not in a homophobic homo way, but we used to do it to appeal to the masculine man. Like, hey, I'm more man than you. You know what I'm saying? Men would have pissing contests, literally. Shit. And that's not to diss anybody that in their sexual preference, because I beyond them being yak, I know some masculine. Do you think you could be masculine and being homosexual?
No, not it. Like once you cross that line, it's a wrap. You know, it's a wrap, man. Ain't no coming back from that. What they say, I think it was a joke or something like was a woman date a man that was previously gay or something like that, a yag or whatever we saying. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, once you kind of cross that threshold, yeah, that's just a tough one to recover from, man.
I just got used to wearing my. I thought all masculine men, if they wore sandals, they would wear socks, because as I like wearing sandals. Like when my mama I didn't see no men wearing them, and if they was them old school barbecue sandals. You know?
Yeah, that was a European type thing a lot of times, man. Not brothers in the hood. We definitely wasn't wearing sandals because we was always doing some masculine type stuff. We was either running, fighting. You can't do nothing masculine in some flip flops. You around here flip flopping around the place trying to hoop. Like, come on, man. We just wasn't doing that kind of stuff. European men, they was on the beach a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. That was their culture. They was at the beach or whatever. But urban communities, that just wasn't flying for us, man.
I just want to hit a little stick, man.
Yeah.
Women are dating men, that goes both ways. Yeah, it used to be like when you would chase the woman and she would run. Now it's like guys are running. Guys are literally running. You have women that are so masculine, like they would grab your cock and balls. No question asked. Women wouldn't even touch you. Like, again, it'd be so many men in trouble for doing these. This would be considered like rape, just pinching a girl butt or touching her arm or grabbing her hand and trying to force her with you something. Now it's like you ain't even got to worry about that. Women that get on the social media, they're basically giving you fuck me coupons. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like your boy comment what he just said though. You know what I'm saying? Women literally are so hypersexual that they don't have no problem dating a man that's like, hey, he's bisexual. He hit women and chicks, dudes and chicks. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself is enough to let you know that you really don't want to be messing around in this generation because it's polluted. It's tainted. You know what I'm saying? Like you really
women who have sex with men that both like do it with both that have
exactly.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's like Russian roulette to a certain extent. Crazy.
It is. What would you think about a man who dealt with a woman that he know fuck with that type of people?
I wouldn't. As a man, if you know as a chick, and that's what I tell people all the time. That's what I said we was gonna talk about when I shared your post. I'm like, bro, you gotta let these cultural women alone, man. And it's the thing though, because like I told you, it's hard because that's where that temptation come in at, because it's like a lot of these cultural women are the ones who are the sexiest. They're the ones who on social media half naked. They're the ones who kind of, you know what I'm saying, got to appeal to them where they seem fun to a certain extent. But you know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro? My bad. My brother Larry just popped in, man. He said
that's what's up.
Masculinity and femininity has been made shorter in today's society. I don't even think it's a line no more, bro. It's like, what would y'all say? This was like a line drawn in the sand, and the water has definitely washed that shit away.
But we got to, and that's the thing though, we kind of got to draw it back, and that's the way to say with that community where, like I told you, if we got a community, because it's strength in numbers, and that's what we got to realize. Like if you got a community, almost kind of like, I think if the Muslims was make they voice a little bit louder right now and really be more vocal about some of the stuff that's going on, this kind of what happened. We got to fight. We don't need to be fighting racism. This is the kind of stuff that we need to be fighting and making it known. So we might have to fight against other brothers, other black sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need to fight against and trying to say, okay, like, look, this the line in the sand, man. Like either you on this side or you on this side. But if you on that side, we ain't fooling with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got to make a stand right now, and that's the only way it's gonna turn around. If you got to make yourself different, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be, and that's why I was telling y'all last week. Like, bro, it's time to come out from among these people, man. Like these people are weird. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, sleeping with other kind of bisexual men and women that think they gonna tell you what to do, and women that think it's okay to be hypersexual and to hang around with a bunch of hypersexual chicks. Like,
women that want to stick their finger in your booty. Like,
but they doing that because it's dudes that want them to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I had a wild sexual life, and I done tried a few things, but I think the masculine part of me always comes out like, what the fuck? This is okay. I'm gonna be okay. I mean, I'm not gonna be all right about this. Like,
it's just like I said, some lines been drawn, like you said, where it's been washed away. Where dudes just like they're a little bit too freaky. And that's what somebody, I seen one of them posts. I don't know if you've seen it before, where they said if a dude too freaky, he'll probably hit a man, and to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he might be very close.
if you what is it, like you say, hypersexual active or whatever, if you are, then you are damn near willing to do anything at the right time.
Oh yeah.
And I say that from experience, not because I've done anything, but it could be addictions, it could be your lifestyle, you could be just stuck in a position. It could be hypersensitive. It ain't got to be sexual. We could use something else, like it could be drugs. I've seen men do some of the craziest shit for drugs.
Big time.
So
for chicks, you know what I'm saying? It'll probably even get even weirder.
Bro, say facts. We have to build a village and bring back what we grew up with, a strong, cohesive unit. We all have a role and position in life. So many don't want to play their position. That's what we at with it, Blair. You know why we do the podcast, bro. We building up the village, one person at a time, man. One TD, whatever at a time. Real quick, real brief. I do want to say this, man. I had a guest last Wednesday, Asia Boo. She came. She dropped up Pure Opulence on Wifey. Wifey actually wore Pure Opulence this weekend in her movie shoot. She'll be on Tubi a few times, and she just got accepted for a Netflix movie. But Asia Boo will be joining us again this Wednesday. Her and Malik, Mr. Spencer, Shabazz, whatever you want to go as. They'll be just debating, dialogue back and forth, just on that spiritual realm, talking God, Jesus, and we'll be able to ask them questions on how they feel. I think Asia touched on a lot of stuff last week. Malik has always been saying, even though he a jerk, he say a lot of dope shit that hit you dead in your heart, not in your brain, it hit you in your heart. It's real. It's that time that we really start having these talks. Remember back in the day when you was put to bed, your parents had, if it wasn't your parents, it was somebody from the neighborhood having a card party. And if your parents was hip or they was them folks, they was duh. My parents was them folks. The party was at my all type of shit was talked about when we went to sleep. I remember I used to be in the motherfucker hallway faking like I was asleep. I'd be in the hallway smelling hearing all that noise and shit, not knowing what's going on. But minus the drugs, that's what we at with it. We restarting that village. We giving the opportunity to say shit that most don't want to hear. That don't mean we're gonna agree with it necessarily, but shit, speak that shit. Speak your piece. Get it out. So it's better out than in, like they say, Fox. It's better out than in. Hey, I want you to touch on that Beyonce shit, bro, though, because I did see that post, and it definitely affected me mentally. Like, just seeing these especially black women, and they had these dances, these yag dances. Like, you couldn't get a group of black women or women of anybody to be your backup dancers and do this.
But you got to think about it. Go back to what we've been talking about, and to go back to the spiritual realm. Every time I've been on this show with you, bro, what we've been talking about, this Jezebel energy that's in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Jezebel.
Woo!
What's that?
Bro, say man. Out here. All right. We'll go back to that Willie in a minute. So I'm gonna start at. But let's stick with the Beyonce. That's definitely a great comment. And we're gonna get a topic because woo! That's all I'm gonna say. Ric Flair. Go ahead, bro. Back to Beyonce real quick. We got like another 45 minutes, y'all. This masculine ministries won't be too long tonight because we're gonna have Malik back on Wednesday. We just wanted to get it pumping, you know what I'm saying? But back
no, like if like you said, if you read the Bible, a lot of people, and when I talk about Jezebel, I think they just know they heard the name before, but they don't really know the background of the story. Like Jezebel was a religious figure. She was like the queen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like she was just an evil witch or something like that. She was actually the queen, and she was the head of like the Jews or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? But she was more of a pagan type, strong, domineering woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she kept a bunch of eunuchs around her. Eunuchs, you know what I'm saying, men who was castrated. So the whole purpose of castrating them was the fact that, okay, if they wasn't really focused on sex, they'd be more protective of the queen. You know what I'm saying? So she loves to castrate men. She loves to have these eunuchs around her. And that energy is what we seeing in the world today. We seeing these strong alpha domineering women rise up. And if you pay attention to them, like I said, it wasn't just Beyonce, it was the Taylor Swift chick. Sierra keep a lot of eunuchs around her. She got a large gay following. And it's just like these strong women always seem like they carry around a bunch of weak men. And I think that's the energy that they're trying to push to the general masses of women in general right now. You know what I'm saying? They want women to be strong. They want women to be domineering, hear me roar, black girl magic, all this other weird stuff that they've been pushing to sisters. Where it's just like, all right, they pushing this, and we fell into it too, because I told somebody before, like I fell into it where like, man, I was pushing black girl magic tough. Like I didn't know that black girl magic stuff though was to replace black men. You know what I'm saying? Like we really did put black women on the pedestal in our community, where black women are really at the forefront of the community now. Black women are the head of the community, where it's always supposed to be black men. So now it's kind of like you got to take a step back, where it's just like, all right, have we put them up too much on a pedestal where we can't get control back of society, or we really did just lose a generation of women? And so it's just like, that's what we're seeing with Beyonce. That's why they pushing that. That's why they had that picture there. That's why you got these weak men that love to surround themselves by her image, because they just love that energy they love that Jezebel energy. So and it's in the world throne.
You think it's more about that than getting ticket sales and shit like that?
No, I think it's spiritual. It ain't really about the ticket sales. It's about them pushing an image right now. They pushing a strong woman and a weak man image. You know what I'm saying? Like that picture that I posted, like why was these twins, these little flaming twins, letting Beyonce sit on them? You know what I'm saying? And they just making all these weird yag faces and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. Like we really did put black women.
I want the women to think that we bashing them neither, though, because I know, you know, depending on what we're saying during the conversation, a lot of females may think this is one of those podcasts. It's not. We just trying to build the brothers up, like the men. You know,
it's not even about building them up, though.
What it's about on your end? What you feel like it's about?
I think it's just about putting women back in the true essence and nature of what it is to be a woman. Like sometimes you might have to tear down a woman to build her back up into the right image. You know what I'm saying? If society build up a woman, you got to break down that image that society put in her. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't, and that's my whole thing with culture women. Why I tell men, like, I don't think you should really date these culture women. You shouldn't really date these strong women who got these strong personalities, who make a lot of money. Like when you make a woman that make a lot of money, bro, she gonna be, if she just ain't really detached from the culture, it's gonna be cultural influences in her that's just gonna make you and her gonna clash. If you're an alpha man, you know what I'm saying. So to a certain extent, you do have to break her down to take that out of her, but you got to build her back up in love. You know what I'm saying? Build her back up to be a woman, what she should have been from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's really bashing women. And that's what I bash cultural women. I bash Jezebel women who want to operate in that energy. But for the women who really operate like, man, you know what? It's nothing wrong with being a housewife. It ain't nothing wrong with serving and submitting to my husband. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with raising these kids and staying at home and not having to go out here and chase a bag. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think those are the kind of women that we need back on the earth right now.
I agree, because it's heavy with the masculine energy. I mean, now world, it's both ways. Like, even the men.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We upside down. It's upside down world. So that's why I tell the people, if you see that the world is upside down, the best thing to do is to step away from it right now and create the world right side up again and with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't be. Hey, you trying to outflex me or something, man? What was that all about?
Masculine energy,
right. It rubs off on you like, man, he ain't be the only one up here with his guns out.
Hey, I was thinking that. I'm like, I got this hot ass jacket. Man. You know, motherfuckers I'm deteriorating lately. They don't understand, man. Once you start maturing, you growing, just like your mental, even my physical, man. I started eating different. I done lost about 40 to 60 pounds in the last 3 years. Times are changing, man. You got to get with the times and not just to be popular. Because at the end of times come around for real, I'm outlasting some of you niggas. I'm be one of them niggas with the bat, with the motherfucking shit wrapped around the I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Get it, bro. If you feel like you overweight, get with it. If you feel like you not as smart as you should be, get with it, bro. Like you got to, man. My journey, not to get off the masculine energy, but it's really masculine energy, bro. It's not about just sitting around and going with the flow. It's about creating your own flow. It's about finding that vibe that's gonna make your pockets heavy, your brain heavy, like you riding right, you eating right, you healthy, like the shit that because we just believe anything. You just sit there, listen to the motherfucking internet, you listen to Google, you go Google some shit, you go for the you even go ask women, like you ain't nothing wrong with it, but damn, get a second opinion, go read some books. God damn it.
Right. And that's what a lot of brothers ain't doing. Like a lot of brothers, like we just talked about how you said we got to try to engage, get more brothers in here talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think men kind of think this kind of stuff is soft and feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like actually engaging with other brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we're supposed to do. That's what actually men back in the day when men before television, you had all these other distractions and sports and everything. Men used to gather around other men. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the time where masculinity actually happened. You know what I'm saying? Where the transfer of thoughts and the transfer of energy. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody just isolated, being programmed by TV. They've been programmed by Drake and his barrettes. They've been programmed by Sexy Red. Then they sitting at home watching a bunch of porn. Now they lazy. You know what I'm saying? Now they eating snacks. Now your testosterone levels are lowered. You know what I'm saying? Like
yak. The guys running up and down the field is yak. The boys on the court is yak. Your favorite
right.
Yak. Like, and not in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying it's like, damn, we ain't got no straight men no more.
Not mainstream though, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta come out of mainstream, bro. We gotta pull away from this society. We see the society right now is pushing this. So, like, what men need to do is be like, all right, stop watching all these shows, women. We're not gonna watch these shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop listening to all these. Stop supporting the people who support Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that is pushing Sexy Red. If we see Sexy Red on a entertainment or a commercial or something like that, we not watching that show. We not supporting that brand no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way men gonna have to step up. If men don't step up, we might as well just give up and let society go in the direction that is going in. You know what I'm saying? So
the whole Sexy Red thing. I don't know if you was gonna go somewhere else with it, but I felt bad for her, right? So she had did an interview with Scotty. I forgot what the shit's called, but they just talking some random stupid shit. You know, even then, that's what's wrong with the world. You could tell, like, it used to be like if a woman told you she got raped or molested, men would feel bad.
Right.
Now men act like that's normal, you know, or it's funny. Like she told Yachty and them that she had got raped, but even the bitch, you could tell how she said it meant nothing to her. We living in an upside down world. My whole energy changes anytime I'm talking to a female and they express to me some things that happened in the past that had damaged them. I'm like, you know, women are supposed to be catered to and protected, and you know what I'm saying? They supposed to learn from you. As a man, you're not really supposed to be learning nothing other than how to cook from them, I think, in my opinion. And that's not me trying. Am I right, bro?
No, I feel you, and that's what I was saying. Men as the head and the protector, like that's what men do. You know what I'm saying? Your woman should feel comfortable coming to you to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, before men, the world changed and women had as much as equal rights as men. That's how women weren't learning. They learned everything through they husband. You know, that's why they really wanted to get married, because that offered them an opportunity to learn different things, to be taught different things, to grow, to be made in that man image. You know what I'm saying? So she conformed to the man. Now, like you said, it's the other way around. It's just like, all right, men don't feel like they want to learn something, or they'll get it from their chick, or they'll do it for their chick. And it's just like, men not protectors either. Just kind of what you talking about, Carrie. Like you said, she told them that she got raped, which we kind of talked about this before. A lot of these hypersexual women was actually molested when they was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, even some of the ones that we grew up with, we thinking they just bust down at thoughts, but a lot of them was kind of like having sex as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of helped them release some of that pain and stress of everything that they was going through or whatever. So it's always a psychology behind this stuff that's going on.
That's a
you
fact.
know
Fact, Willie.
What's that say?
For real, I remember growing up, you was in a room full of men, like your uncles, your grandfather, cousins, having man conversations. Yeah, and they definitely was doing that, bro.
That's completely what they was doing. You don't even have no more that really no more. You see what I'm saying? We all isolated. We all working all the time. We chasing the bag. We chasing women. And we chasing everything out here. So when do you have time to sit around and network and talk to brothers, you know what I'm saying, about real life men situations, real life stuff that men go through? So
purpose though, bro, again, that's the real higher ups. Like you say, like if black man come stand up for us, then we straight. They got to do whatever to keep us confused and not watching what we supposed to watch and doing what we supposed to do. They want us to care more about looking better than our woman than protecting her.
Exactly. They put us in competition with the woman. Like, ain't no man supposed to be out here trying to look cute like this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, men back in the day, they wanted their woman to look way better than them, because that was their prize. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want your woman to look good, you know what I'm saying? Because she a reflection of you. You ain't trying to outshine your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Even though I be flyer than most, most men, I be flyer. I don't find myself to be an attractive male in a manner where it's like, oh, me and my bitch, we you know what I'm saying? I always say, yeah, like, my girl's so fine, motherfucker, I can't be ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. No, you want to have a chick that other men see. You don't want to just get a chick because, you know what I'm saying, like, just because you hard pressed or something. You want your girl to be like a reflection of you. And we seeing that with a lot of dudes. Like, I tell everybody, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but you shouldn't have your girl out here looking any kind of way. Your chick shouldn't be out here in a bonnet, you know what I'm saying, in pajamas.
Ain't do it. She get mad when I tell her just come on in a bonnet, because I'm so used to that though. I
right.
Now noticing that she don't even like doing that shit, like literally going out into the world in a bonnet or some house shoe shit. I gotta honor that a little bit more, especially with us having this conversation and bringing it to light. I gotta applaud him for that.
Yeah, you want your woman to reflect you in public. You got to think about it. Like, when people see your girl, they supposed to be like, "Oh, that's you." So if your chick out in public doing some stuff that don't reflect you, you know what I'm saying? Now people looking at you like, well, what's you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he ain't got a hold of his. How can he? If he telling other people if he can't lead his own household? You know what I'm saying? Like, people dudes will look at you as soft when your chick really out there just doing what she want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You used to get clowned for that shit. Now it's just like,
blah. It happened to the best stuff. Dude, I swear to God, I was watching something the other day, man, not to change it, but it was some big dude too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll look at dude, you'll think like, bro, like a real masculine type dude. I think it's like, he said his name, like, I am 6'7" or something like that. But he was saying like, all right, he called his girl cheating on him or whatever. Like, I'm not talking about like read some text messages or something. Like, bro said he walked in and called his chick in the middle of just going to Pound Town or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, instead of acting all violent and raging out and trying to fight the dude, this clown said he got naked. I know, I'm just like, this jellybag said he got naked and was finna join in with him. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, now everybody uncomfortable and awkward.
Is you serious?
I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna send it to you. Like, he like everybody awkward, and so he fist bump the dude like, hey, we finna get into some real freaky stuff now. I was just like, bro, what kind of weird upside down world is this that we living in? You just caught your chick cheating on you, getting took straight to Pound Town, and then you gonna get naked and be like, hey, we gonna join in. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this generation of men is by far the weakest era of men ever. And that's why I'm just like, dude, I really hope we don't got to go to war, man. I hope no war jump off no time soon and America got to fight in it, because we might as well just wave the white flag, man. You can't save a generation of men who think like this. Bro. But yeah, that's when I find that video, bro, I'm going to send it to you, because I'm just like, I was appalled that people in the video like agreeing and like, yeah, that's great. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Then I'm just like, yeah, man, I don't.
Like, bro, when I caught one of my exes cheating, I literally broke my fist through her windshield.
Men ain't supposed to be able to deal with that kind of trauma.
Yeah, you know what I'm fucked up about, or you know what though? You know what? You can. It could be a man that could walk away and be like, man, fuck that bitch. But you ain't supposed to be. You damn sure ain't supposed to be taking your clothes.
I don't think you can really like a chick. You can't love a chick, really, really love a chick, and come back and see her. Like I said, seeing somebody taking your girl to Pound Town, knowing that you're getting cheated on, man, and think you're okay, and not have thoughts of rage. Look, you know what I'm saying?
I took an ounce of weed that was in the jar. This is how stupid I was. I thought for some odd reason I was just going to be able to punch the jar straight through the windshield. I don't know what the fuck was on my head. But I punched my whole hand with the jar through that bitch. I don't know how my shit I only had a couple cuts on my hand. I pulled my shit right back, grab my jaw, but let me hit that. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that.
That adrenaline took over, man. Like I told you, like rage took over the body, which is supposed to at that point. Especially, like I said, you might have a little bit more restraint if you see a text message of a cheat or something like that. But the fact that you come in and you see in the middle of the act, yeah, like I don't know, like bro, I hope he was trolling.
Fucking dress, you know, the dress that everybody got a dress or a pair of something that they put on after they fuck or when they get ready to fuck. I don't care what they say. That dress your mama, that gown that your mama used to hang in that corner of her room, and you just wonder why that's that. It's time.
Right. No, I know what you're saying.
You know, I caught this slur, and I just goofy, but I think it was very masculine of me. Now that you say it. I knew something was wrong, and I looked through that window, and she was, boy, I was ready to kill them both,
man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, that's some trauma. Like, that's like some PTSD type trauma that could take a man through. Like, I couldn't imagine being in that situation. And that's why I tell people, like, even being, like I said, I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like nonchalant and blind. I expect the worst of humans. I think that still would be like a kick in the dick that would be just hard to recover from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You got to be a real strong brother to be able to withstand that kind of pain. You know what I'm saying?
I went through. You seen some of my shit. Front row, you know, I'm a very strong brother. I got 2 hernias. I'm strong. I'm strong as they come, man. Like straight up, I'm strong as they get. But that's not to take away from anybody who done went through that and crumbled, because I'm sure some things that I went through that others could probably, it's a cakewalk and I done crumbled, but I pride myself on that shit, like being able to stand some of that shit, withstand some of it has made me a better man. Bro said the man person's gotta go. Man, y'all gotta leave bag, bro. Come on, man. It's okay to have a little bag, bro. We just gonna call it a little man bag, bro. Stop with the bag, because it's a bag that a man has.
Bro, you seen that picture I posted the other day with them weirdos and they little short sets? Like, that was a full-grown purse. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, cut them brothers some slack, man. Them brothers some hard-working brothers, man.
I don't care what they are. Them brothers, like I said, I don't know what made them think it was cool to. And that's what I'm saying, like, men supposed to be getting together to have real conversations. These clowns got together to dress up like little Power Rangers and to look cute together to be like, hey, let's take this picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, why It was another picture like that. A bunch of men having like a picnic or something, and they were just
Oh
laying
yeah,
out all on.
I remember
You
that.
remember that? You know what I'm saying? Like they laid all on each other with the feet out.
Much. That was too much. That was too much.
And that's what I'm saying. Like men supposed to get together and masculine energy supposed to be absorbed and transferred. You got a bunch of beta men getting together and transferring this energy. So you know what I'm saying? Like if real men gonna really make a comeback, bro, it's gonna have to start with we gonna have to get rid of all our distractions. You know what I'm saying? We might can't work as much. We might can't, you know what I'm saying, have to step out our comfort zones and come through stuff. But
that don't all the time, Willie. Me be 100, bro. Shit like that, how you in jail, my dog, or stabbed. Hey, I got stabbed by a bitch. I had a bitch tell me she cheated on me. And I pushed out my face, and that bitch got up and stabbed.
No, I think honestly, you got to get to a point, like I said, where you understand human nature is flawed and people will cheat. But I think you got to kind of vet these chicks beforehand. You kind of know if a chick got the potential to cheat beforehand. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we attach ourselves to the wrong kind of women because they sexy, they these cultural women. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, the same way we got them, it's the same way we lose them. So that's why I tell people, like, the signs always be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a chick just too freaky, like I said.
Notice it, though, you're moving in true feminine energy then, right? You can't or you just disregard them. Because sometimes I could say I knew the signs was there and I would disregard them like some homo ass.
Because you whoop to a certain extent. They happen to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? Because they be freaks. And that's the problem. Like, bro, these hypersexual chicks know voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Like they know all your buttons to push. They know how to make you get there. They know how to make you know what I'm saying, feel real like you in a tan it up whole time. They just like they know they finna do them. You see what I'm saying?
Girl giving me top and texting another nigga she love him while she giving me. My girlfriend though.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. These chicks be damaged, man. We gotta pay the signs for a chick. Like you said, these chicks has been like touched, molested. It's a lot more than we really do because you know what I'm saying, back in our day, I didn't realize if a lot of that single home stuff really did start happening in our generation too. A lot of women really wasn't just out there single like that in the 70s and 60s and everything. A lot of that came around in the 80s. And, you know what I'm saying? So now your mom's single, so now she having all kind of different men come around, and now you as a daughter got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? Or these weirdo uncles, and it's just like a lot of times these women was unprotected. So we grew up with a lot of chicks that was really real life touched, you know what I'm saying? That's really dealing with some real life issues right now, and we think they just sluts, whereas they really do kind of like have some trauma, you know what I'm saying? They got like people
out.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. Like, I know for a fact, and we see it on social media. We be seeing it all on social media, man.
Hey, what you just said made me think, bro. Okay, so even with the women that's been touched, I know a lot of men that have been touched,
and they gay now.
I feel like, damn, like it didn't start happening so often or such a large number of rape until the 80s when crack came and all that.
Yeah.
That's probably. I mean, I'm sure it happened before and wasn't talked about as much, but I couldn't imagine it happening as much as it started happening and how much this happens now.
Right. Because like we just said, in the 70s and 60s and 50s, you had more fathers in the home. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really just a bunch of single women out there. You had single women out there, but it was still that small percentage. You know what I'm saying? But then, like you said, the 80s came along, that crack epidemic and gangs and all that stuff came along. And like, dude, it exploded in the black community. And we was open up for all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we
finding some underlying reasons to a lot of shit that we talk about what we don't know about.
I know that, and that's what I said. When I tell people my degree in psychology, man, a lot of times I had to like study this kind of stuff, and that's when it became an eye opening for me because I'm reading stuff and like real life talking to a lot of people, and they're like chicks that if you confide in chicks really will eventually break down and tell you like, X, Y, and Z happen to me if she trusts you. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said, Six Red told old buddy. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of like had to blow it off or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It really did happen to like more chicks in our generation that really would like to talk about it. We see a lot of them on social media acting hypersexual, or they always talk about this freaky stuff. And you thinking they just a freak, but that's how they release their trauma. You know what I'm saying? They was I think they call it like trauma. It's a word for it. I can't think of it right now, man. But where it's like trauma kind of molds you, where you guys your trauma at an early age, like you said, like a young man was raped at like 4 or 5 years old by another man. You know what I'm saying? He is traumatized by that, but he also, it was a pleasure, a guilty pleasure that he felt that came along with it. And that kind of what turned him into a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Like you trauma broke this dude, and now he can just associate with that pleasure that he got from it. Is it a guilty pleasure? But at the same time, it's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot of stuff out there that people really need to go to maybe counseling. They got to go to church and get delivered from. Yeah. But you know, we got a lot of demons that we're dealing with.
Homosexuals don't, not all of them, but I do know a large number of them that don't like talking about religion or don't believe in God or Jesus, and
big time.
Because they feel like they weren't protected. I mean, and that could be a lot to do with what we taught at a young age, and when it comes to religion, like God, what He's supposed to do for us, et cetera, but that's not really the case. That's got to be traumatic, man. I've dealt with some shit, but I ain't no insertion, nothing like that. But I could just imagine, you know, because I've had, for example, I've had one of my child's mothers say that my daughter was molested and that she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Say that she was molested by her brother and she wasn't. That was traumatic for me, just dealing with it to figure out this didn't really occur. So I could imagine if something like that really occurred, how a woman would handle that, or a girl turning into a woman, or even a boy turning into a man. And then you got the folks that preach the word was doing a lot of the molesting, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that too. So that made it hard for a lot of folks to gain clarity when it came to religion.
Yeah. Then with religion too, though, because like I told you, got this guilty pleasure from it. So you know what I'm saying? If you got a guilty pleasure for something that religion is telling you wrong, something got to give. You know what I'm saying? You either got to give up your guilty pleasure, or you got to give up that religion. So a lot of times it's just be like, you know, even with men, like if you fornicate and if we doing all that kind of stuff, you go to church and your pastor keep talking about fornicators. Now you in there like, man, why does this brother keep trying to call me out? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm gonna stop fornicating, but you ain't gonna keep calling me out, man. But so
is that any different than, so like you said, you can't be a homosexual and believe in the word or truly believe in the word, but is that any different than your weed smoker or your drug user or your hypersexual person? Like that's still a form of sin, you know, in my opinion.
About it definitely is, and you can't, because one of them gonna have to give. If you go into a church and you a real church, that's why I say a lot of these churches don't really talk about sin no more. A lot of these churches just talk about blessings. You finna get some bread, you finna get some money, you finna, you know what I'm saying, you finna be slap your neighbor and give him a high five, and you're gonna get $5,000 next week. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to a church where your pastor really talking about like, hey, fornicators won't inherit the kingdom, and they talk about drunks won't inherit the kingdom, and they talk about all that other stuff, and it's gonna kind of hit you. Either you're gonna be like, all right, man, I got to get this stuff up, or I got to get this church up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what most people end up usually doing. If you ain't strong enough to give up whatever your weakness is, you're gonna have to give up the church. And I tell people all the time about me, like I completely stepped away from the church a lot of times because, for one, I was seeking the truth, and I was like real life battling, like with, like I said, lust, fornication. Like I don't really want to fornicate all the time. And it's just like, you would try to talk to the brothers and they be like, no, that's just you. You the only one going through that. Then you come to find out like they got a whole problem dealing with it as well. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, all right.
About that, bro, you like in the church?
Oh yeah, I always tell people all the time. At one point, I was like deep in the religion. Like when I was overseas, because you ain't had nothing else. That's why I tell people, if you really want to get deep in the church, you got to get rid of all your distractions. when I was in like Korea, I was overseas in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have like TV back in that generation anyway. Like we ain't had social media, we ain't had cell phone. I was over in like '05, '06 or whatever. So you just had your thoughts. You had time to think. So I was like, this is the perfect time to go to church. You know what I'm saying? So you go to church. It's a feel good environment. You talking to people. You learning about the word. And but then you telling them like, like dang, like these women do be looking good, Pastor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not? And then for them to make it seem like you the only one dealing with it, it is a kind of like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe something wrong with me. Maybe this is just something I go through, not knowing that you know what I'm saying? Most men deal with this kind of stuff. So it's kind of like you got to be around brothers who gonna keep it real with you for one. You know what I'm saying? And show you like, all right, yeah, it's a battle, but you just gotta fight it. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle, but you got to go through that. You got to walk through it. And that's the same thing with homosexuals. I think some people might really have a strong desire to be gay. You know what I'm saying? But you just going to have to go through it. You're going to have that strong desire. It's going to probably plague at you. It's going to probably be like, hey, but at the end of the day, you going to be like, all right, either I'm going to rock with this strong desire or I'm going to rock with the creator. So.
Damn. That part, that's crazy right there. That's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow.
It's a completely hard pill, but it gets easier. That's what I tell people all the time too. We make it hard on ourselves because, like I told you, we live in a culture right now where it's just pushed at you so much. And if we don't really put any weapons to fight against it, you are gonna fall victim to it all the time. If you're watching all the television shows, if you on social media all day with these chicks, you know what I'm saying, just enticing you all day. If you're around the club scene, if you put yourself in environments where you're gonna constantly see this kind of stuff, you ain't got no defense anyway. So if you really once you put up a fight though, it do seem like that urge does get weaker and weaker. It ain't like as strong as it was when you was feeding it. It's like like you said, anything that you feed, it grows. You know what I'm saying? So if you really trying to starve something, you got to starve it. Once you starve it, you can operate in that starvation of it, where that desire not as strong as it was. And I think that's what a man group is good for as well. So if I have men telling me like, yeah, it's going to be temptation, it's going to be, but I go through it, I fight it. You know what I'm saying? I think that will help a lot of brothers, and even if homosexuals, like people, because I know a lot of people who was previously gay who say, you know what I'm saying, they had to fight, they had to make that decision.
You know some people that used to be gay?
Oh yeah, you can even testimonies on that kind of stuff where people were, you know what I'm saying? I had to do it in the Air Force with him, even though I think he was battling with it, but I commended his fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga he still talked with a lisp a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? He had his moments where I'm like, man, this nigga might still be gay, bro. I don't know if I really want to be around fam like that, but he fought it, you know what I'm saying? And I commend him for that because we all battled something. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never try to be like, hey, I'm gonna hit on this dude or something. He ain't never really had.
I'm laughing, but I applaud him too because shit, that's got to be no different than fighting a drug addiction or
any addiction. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He might have had his weak moment. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't come to me and be like, hey, I'm having a weak moment. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
how did that even come about? How did you know that man fought? Like, come on, talk to me about that, bro.
I'm not, like I told you, when we was at the little church service and everything, even though, like I told you, to a certain extent, you could tell because even though he looked masculine, he still had his feminine characteristics and traits. So it would have been hard for a person to be like, are you gay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, it came out one time, like, yeah, I used to battle with homosexuality. I gave into it. I was in that lifestyle. But I came out, I was delivered. Well, like you said, like I ain't gay no more. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, oh buddy or whatever.
He was delivered.
he was delivered or whatever. And I'm just like, that's cool. That's what's up. He was in our little men's group. So you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't finna ostracize him and make him feel like he any less than a man. So he was cool. You know what I'm saying? He played sports and everything. So I'm like, it is what it is. You can still tell he had his feminine nurturing side because he used to try to cook all the time, and I'm just like, I'm not eating none of your food though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna draw the line. We can hoop and everything, but I don't need to eat your food, man, or whatever. And it's just like, I'm just being real with you, man. Like, it was just, it's kind of hard for you as a man that you never dealt with that, and you know that he deal with that to a certain extent where like it might slip out every now and then that you know what I'm saying, his feminine traits or whatever, but you try to overlook it and try to make him feel masculine. So when he acting kind of like he get in this little prancing mode, then you kind of make him toughen up to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, it was a wild experience. I wish my homeboy was on here from who was overseas with me, and like I said, he'll be able to explain it to you too. Like it was different, man. It was definitely a different culture when you really do got somebody who. But like I said, he was fighting it, so that's the only thing I can say. Like for the fact to be able to come out and tell people he dealt with it, and he was really trying to do something different.
I know a girl that not to cut you off, but
no,
I know a female actually that we talking about it. I know a female. She was a stud, like a stud. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I done actually been told by a girl that I turned them into a stud before. That's a whole other story. Shout out to Rachel. But this girl, I ain't gonna say her name, but she was like a stud, like the brat type of stud, right? And I remember when she finally turned into a girl, she wanted me to be the first person to drill her. Like, and I don't say that like we ain't had no long drilling time. I only drilled her like twice. First, actually, that's why my baby mama don't like me, because it was one of her friends. But anyway, that's what revenge. God said, "Revenge is mine, fellas. You do not have revenge, dog. It's not worth it." But it was just the transition. And I think she did tell me though. She was like, she had got into church, even though we was still sinning though. I guess no
right.
other, but she had made that transition after starting church, and she said she just didn't feel right. She said, like, just the way she went about life didn't feel right. And then sitting down in church after hearing all these testimonies and reading, she's like, no, that ain't me. That ain't who I am. It was kind of awkward seeing her look like a girl, though. You know, I had to get used to it.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, I still not nothing out of it.
Yeah. But I think it's easier for a woman to transition because of just the society pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman can be like, all right, yeah, I used to mess with girls, because that was kind of accepted to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't look down on it as much as it was a man, like, oh, I used to mess with other dudes or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? The fact that she got the start, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. Like, yeah, she might still be sinning because unfortunately, you're trying to get over one thing, but you get under another sin, trying to get rid of that one temptation or whatever. But just going to church was the start. So maybe it'll water it, and the more she start going, the better she'll feel, and the more she'll be able to give up certain things.
Bro said that I feel weird drilling that. I hope she don't episode, because I like to be transparent as fuck, bro. It was the worst bop and twat I had in my life.
That's just because, like I said, she was transitioning over, man. She ain't know what was going on.
I didn't feel weird though. Like I said, it was a revenge thing for me. It wasn't like a soup. This wasn't somebody that I physically just really wanted. Not like she was ugly or nothing, but it had never crossed my mind, because again, she was a stud mother. Like, so it was like hanging out with one of the homies. Whenever she came through, she had sagging. You know what I'm saying? She was like the brat. So when she was a girl, I don't even think that she even had any sexual situations with a man before prior to me. So that could have been an issue or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't weird. It just wasn't the best. You hear me? And I like to be transparent. So I'm gonna start being more open about situations that I've dealt with in the past and what has built me to be who I am. You know, so I have a found respect for homosexuals, whether you're female or male. You know, I say this a lot: what you fuck don't make me nut. Even with that, I ain't. If we going to hell for being a certain type of something, I ain't going to hell with you, because I just ain't done. I ain't been that route. But I know people who mentally went that route, like just on some crazy shit, bro. Just be thirsty for sex.
Yeah, that's because you get jaded.
Well, jaded, not even just jaded, bro. I feel like you weak minded. Your masculine energy ain't at its highest level. Like it couldn't be, but because there's so many ugly females in the world. You know, you couldn't. I think unattractive female and do the same thing that you went and we used to have the coolest niggas at Westside High School. They be gay, and you wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I
you,
can imagine.
like I'm looking up to you, fam. I'm thinking you a manly man, but you not.
But see, that's why I said I don't necessarily be jaded. I think once you get into like I told you, our generation, we did start coming around. Like we started having, for one, we became way too hypersexual, but then we started having porn come around too. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Once a person start watching porn, and then they watch a lot of porn, and then they like they get jaded with that kind of porn, so now they dig into this kind of porn, and now you opening yourself up for all kind of entities and energies to enter you, where it's just like, okay, now you like, all right, he'll mess with like a transgender type porn, where it's like, all right, now you like, okay, well, this she look like a woman. Now you psyching yourself out in the mind, now you making all these weird excuses for it, and try kind of like the White Howard, where it's like, oh, he got titties and he got all of this other kind of stuff as a woman, so it's really like it's not gay because it's really a woman in my mind.
If you were born with a penis, you're a man.
Yeah, but that's how perversion works though. Perversion kind of fool with your mind where it's like, all right, this is a man, but it's not a man because it got titties. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, all right, so they'll try to make it be like, well, this is not as gay. But then they say, they do it a lot. Now they digging over where they just like, all right,
power.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, perversion is a weird thing, man. Like I said, once it really latches on to a person, and you go too deep into it, like I said, it's hard.
What I'm thinking, bro, is, and I'm not even thinking, I know it. Again, them 80s babies, we had it rough, and that's
we did big time
generation. But you think about what was ushered in during the years of us, like you said, porn had just hit prior to us getting born. Some of us getting born. I remember guys hanging out like, all right, this part plays in my head often. I'm gonna say a couple names. I don't care. I just want y'all to know that the story is true. So I remember being in my neighborhood, and we had, guys would always get together, play sports, play video games, and just for some weird reason, these Negroes wanted to start hanging out and watching porno. Yeah. But I remember the pornos being like little stupid movies. So they would act as if we're watching a movie. And I used to be one of the uncomfortable ones. I remember the one time the homie D Starks, I ain't gonna say it's a whole government, but if you're from the hood, we like all in the crib or whatever, they watching the pornos and shit. And this nigga do some of the most H-word shit at the time. Like he literally pulls his pants down and gets to humping the couch.
That was a demon jumped in that boy.
I remember him laughing and shit, like reenacting what they was doing on the porn. But again, it's men in here, boys in here. Like, so you got the neighborhood niggas, you know how it used to be. So you probably got some high school dropouts, so they a little older than
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as I play it out in my head, I mean, nothing happened other than the shit, but it was like, what could y'all be building up and be okay with? We're watching this shit together. Even then, peer pressure made me watch it because I remember being called certain shit because I didn't want to, and I was looking. Mom, the best thing that they did was put me at Catholic school and have me in and out of church. Because now I think about it, like once I started public school, there was a lot of extra shit going on. Now.
But that was social engineering too, though, bro. Because I remember, like, I was watching, I think it was Sanford and Son one time or whatever, and Rollo, you remember Rollo? What's his name, son? I mean Rollo, not what's his name? Rollo was his homeboy. It was what was Fred's son's name? Lamont or whatever. Yeah, it was one episode. Lamont and Rollo, they were talking about going to, like you said, they went to actually like a movie theater to watch like what he was like. He called it like a skin flick or whatever he called it. I'm like, why? Like you said, why would you go to a movie theater with your homeboy to watch some porn, basically? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they did. And that was social engineering in, making it seem like it's cool. Because they wasn't making it seem like, oh, it was a big deal. Like, it's some weird stuff that we finna get into. They made it seem like, oh, this is cool. We finna go check it, watch this skin flick or whatever. And I'm just like, man, there's some weird stuff, bro. Super weird.
So they really planned this. They
planted the seed, like you said, because it wouldn't be no other reason. Why would you, like you said, with a bunch of men sit around? Now y'all all getting turned on. You know what I'm saying? You can't control it because that's a natural reaction. But now you want to.
Bro said he watched all of them tapes by himself. Go ahead, keep going.
That was the only way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and our generation was so bad too. And that's why I say, man, we really was the first generation that really got into some weird stuff. Because you know what was big around our generation too was we started having camcorders and everything. So we was one of the first generation to kind of like, oh, let's record ourselves doing it or something. You know, right. And we like 15, 16-year-old kids or whatever. I'm just like,
they really gave us the tools to tell the world
to self-destruct, and that's where we at right now.
And where we at, we just definitely we don't want to self-destruct with them. Again, I know we laughed a lot about saying homosexuality, this and that, but I'll say this: hey, one of my good friends, he's gay. I know I'm friends and I look up to a lot of gay people that are successful, and they look up to me in the sense of business wise, not in the sense of the choices that they make, because I got my own choices to make. I do my own sinning, so that don't mean that I'm better than nobody. But again, anytime me and Brother Spencer get on here with the masculine ministry shit, we just at that. I haven't yet a homosexual that has masculine energy. I know homosexuals out of the masculine men. I definitely know some homosexuals that do that, but I just haven't seen none that possess that masculine energy. And that just the things that made me go, whether it's something happened to them as kids or the food that we've eaten over the years, because you got to know that red 40, that blue and yellow 5 shit, those things fuck with the hormones, the testosterone, whatever the wrongs, they fuck with it. They definitely fuck with it. You may have grew up with somebody who ate a lot of certain foods, and they went from having a regular body to man titties. Like,
right.
It's real. There's been a lot of testing going on that we didn't know about. So I don't hope that we didn't offend anybody tonight as we go through this, but we just trying to promote masculine shit. Like, we try to promote punching nigga in the face for no reason.
I think we got to get to that point, man. Just to make the balance back in the world, man. Like, dude, you just got to go out and do something masculine one day. We doing way too much cute stuff, man. I told you, I think America made us too docile. We just too feminine. It is just like
they've been lying to us forever, bro. They've been lying to us about everything, bro.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think black people, what we need to start doing too, because I got a lot of the white boys I work with. They be out there hunting and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? To me, hunting really is something like we might need this here soon, and it might be time to.
It's like the first time I had a fight. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like fighting, but when you say that shit, fuck hunting, fighting in your motherfucking face. Make you feel like a fucking man, dog.
And it was a rush, dude. I tell people all the time, because I used to get into a bunch of fights. I don't understand how these kids don't get in fights nowadays or whatever. It'd be more girls fighting than it'd be dudes. But I'm just like, dude,
bro.
It's that exactly. But I tell people all the time, like, dude, it used to get a rush, even though I know we was into some weird gang banging type stuff. But it was a rush when you know what I'm saying, you around your guys, and you know what I'm saying, y'all beefing with somebody. And you know what I'm saying? Like you said, y'all get to get into blows with people. It was just like you said, a masculine energy rush that it's that fight or flight to a certain extent. That's based off of masculine energy. So
they had a plan to emasculate the black man for so long. Well, I feel like they couldn't buck breakers no more. They couldn't. It was to the point where they can't like tear down the black community without giving us drugs and shit. They found another way to demasculine us. They also, like we've been saying the whole night, they use our women. they whether it was the campaign with the cigarettes and we need to add the black women with it, and it just took over. They've always found ways to do it. Like us speaking our truth and being public about the shit is like a good way to fight it. Bro said
It is. I'm definitely we gonna have to have something, man. I tell you, I'm working on some stuff in the work, bro. We gonna have to rap about it. But I am finna get out of there. I gotta get up at 3 o'clock, bro. It was nice rapping with y'all, man. Like I told y'all, you know it as it is. I'm gonna be back with y'all on Wednesday. We definitely gonna get it back, bro.
Most definitely. I'll see you Wednesday, bro. I hit you tomorrow.
All right, man. Y'all be smooth, bro.
Okay. So real quick, I mean, I just want to say I appreciate everybody that tapped in for the night. Y'all know what type of night this was. This wasn't one of the fast-paced nights. It's really just when me and Malik, we talk our shit. We men talk, you know. We're not necessarily even looking for females to sit in the whole time with us. But if we can laugh, if we can get some understanding, if I can learn from your testimony and vice versa, then we doing our job. Like Brother Larry said, they've been trying to emasculate us for so long, like from slaves to now. And finally, we have a platform where we can speak up about it. I'm sure some of the slaves was able to speak up about it, but even then, could you imagine a black man getting raped in front of his family, you know what I'm saying, and then try to speak up about it? It was unheard of. Now we have all these different testimonies, whether it's testimonies from the past, his brother testimony. Like I said, I've been cheated on. I've caught women like literally finna get slammed. I've had women go from straight and say I've turned them gay, and then I've had gay women turn straight and want me to. So I've had so many testimonies. If we could start sharing them, and fuckers could feel like, hey, I ain't the only one going through this. It may be a man right now that just watched this and is fighting with these homosexual thoughts, but he wanna go up top. From what we've been told we gotta cut the sinning out. We gotta really commit. So I just want to push the agenda for us to be better men, man, better community, better village, learn from each other. I had a very dope day. It was a dope conversation with bro. Y'all, if you joined the live at the beginning, my son called in. The conversation was pretty smooth. I was going to share with y'all this call that I got earlier from CPS, but I'm not even going to go deep into it. I'll say that for Wednesday's show. I'm just going to say that the system is not built for us as men, black people, period. They're not trying to protect nobody. They want this money. Like I said, just a second ago, the Malik shit, we've been lied to from the beginning. It's some things that I'm working on that I'm committed to doing and make happen. And once I'm able to make that happen for myself, I want to be able to share the information to other folks so we can detach from these situations, man. We deserve better. We deserve the finest things. I'm talking about just both mentally, physically, wealthy and health-wise. And I'm on a mission. People are leading me to these motherfucking locations, and I'm getting this information. And once I've got it all and I understand it completely, I'm going to share it with other folks. I'm talking about these things is going to help us. It's already helping me. It's helping me mentally to find out this information. Like, damn, they really lied to us about this. They told us this and this not true. Wait, you mean I got money here? Wait, you mean this mean what? Wait, dead? What? Deed? What? Trust? Yeah, you hear me? Give it my lingo, bro. I appreciate y'all that stopped in tonight. Shut alive, but Wednesday we up. Wednesday, Mr. Spencer, Asia Boo, they're gonna dialogue and debate. Church in a While. I never thought at any point that my podcast will really involve a church, that vibe, talking about Bibles, Qurans, God, Jesus, but it's happening, and I'm with it. I'm with it because it makes me feel good. I enjoy the conversation. I learn shit. Then I'm able to go teach others about some shit that I learned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still able to be me. It's a journey. I'm sinning like other folks. My sin ain't no bigger or smaller than the next. But we just working towards the greater goal of bringing back the essence of that village feel. You know, even if we can get like back to the time before they made us slaves and that feeling, that wholehearted village feeling. Maybe we probably didn't speak English or shit, but I'm sure the folks that was here before these folks came and enslaved us were definitely family oriented. We have to figure that shit out and get it back together, get to protecting each other, just not physically, but with the intelligent shit, like teach me how to motherfucking make a fire out of, you know what I'm saying? Teach me how to make some money. Teach me teach me. That's what we here for. I see Arthur Sola. Hey, you dropped a new book, bro. Cause you stay working, homie. You stay motherfucking working. What you done drop new, man? Anybody got some shit they want to drop in the comments, man? Any work you working on? Movies, skits, clothing lines. You need some support. Hey, you need to bring light to something. Don't hesitate to drop that shit in my inbox, on my comments, on my page. If I can help use my platform to bring some light to your situation, let me do that. I ain't looking to clout. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting what I need exactly. God telling me to move in this fashion. I'm just letting it happen day by day. Day by day. So if you want to use my platform to get some business, man, you got to drop that shit. You got to let folks know what you do. You got to drop your link. You got to drop pictures on my page. Drop them in the comments. It don't matter. Flood my shit. Yeah, it's going to make them algorithms go up too. This is what it's about. This is how you get your shit. You got to be consistent. And then that consistency got to turn into persistence. Right now, I'm at the C. I was at persistent, and then I'm C, because I had made that transition of getting my son and wanting better. And also that transition did something for me spiritually. It changed up the way I think about life in general. It got me to this new door that I'm telling y'all about these things that I'm going to share in the near future with y'all. It's the cover releases at my page, on my page. Can you bring up on your podcast now the picture up there? Let me see. Well, I don't have it downloaded, so what we'll do is, man, let's get you on an episode, man. Even if you don't want to talk for long, let's get you on for an episode for about 15 minutes where you get on, talk about the book, and that way I could download the cover and I could have the link and I could drop the link in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And when we live, y'all, I don't give a fuck. Hit them hearts the whole time. Hit the thumb the whole time. If you ain't agreeing with the shit, hit something. It's funny, hit something, because that's how we bring people to the village. You know, I know tonight it was a little one-sided and a couple of females was in here for a second, then they left, but we got to bring that masculinity up. I think I'm going to get a haircut, y'all, because I'm ready. I'm ready to get all the way back right to the old me. Like, I think I'm ready, bro. Plus, people say I've been deteriorating. They need to see the real me. Like, they don't even know this worthy. They ain't even met James yet. It's the cover release of my second book, and I'm friends with you. It's at the top of my page. No, I know that. I know we friends, but what I'm saying is I'm not on Facebook. I'm on the software right now. So I'm running directly from the software, but what I will do is download it. And if you don't want to do an interview, I'll be sure to still, you know, promote and make it a part of the situation whenever we go live. But I would love for you to come on the show, bro. Why not? Why not just come on the show, talk shit with us, share the live, let's build together. You get some of my people, I get some of your people. Network. You with that? Got a graphic design on deck. If you need him, Willie down there. He just shot himself out, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Willie, bro. He actually did the graphics on the back. You see, babe? See my superstar wife right there. She just did a Tubi, and she finna be on Netflix. And guess who made this? Willie fucking Beeman. Y'all get one, my boy, man. I'm out. I gotta get some rest. I got work tomorrow. We live Wednesday night. Asia Boo, Malik. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down, man. I'm gonna play a track before I get out of here, man. Y'all share it one more time. Share the live one more time and just hashtag, man. You missed one hell of a show. Share something, say something. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna play? What do I play before I go? What do I play? All right, I'm gonna play this and I'm out.
I wanna know. Yeah. I wanna know. Real shit. How I feel. I ain't just wake up like this. At least not today. I've been feeling like this. When my heart. Head standing up right now. My heart. When you break my heart in two. The past been set. Work. Bring the drums in, AP. I be incompetent not to acknowledge this. Amongst the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Said I'm convinced after all the broken promises, I'm still trying to make mama rich. Or maybe I'm trying to make about the fungus. In the darkness of the darkest, man lies a dragon in that dungeon. Hungry, I supply the heat, just ring the luncheon. Fuck fun, stack fun, stay away from fuck shit. Waiting for the UFOs to abduct me abruptly. You can come right now, interrupt me. Hope I can bring weed on that flying saucer. Learning what I learned turned me to Harry Potter. Question everything that teachers ever taught us. Just another product of my environment. Ain't no 401k plans or retirements. Boss that thing in my hand and get the fire on. The truth hurts, baby. Don't lie to me. They say the land of the free. Same land bought and sold people that look just like me. Knowing that got me focused. Enough bandos across the world to house the homeless. Drunk sleeping with rats and roaches. It's about money or moments. Paper or purpose. How you a boss, nigga? You was barely a worker. More like a servant. Mice, food to the surface. Trust none, they lurking in the garden and eating. They feed us anything, you gotta watch what you eating. You want it cause you see it, nigga, not cause you need it. Wake up, stop sleeping. Kilos of pesticides on my fruits and veggies. Who thought trying to be healthy and be so deadly? Heavy on the lemon pepper. Fuck that shit, give me extra. Oh, you trying to kick knowledge? You so smart, why you ain't graduate, hit college? Got kids and you still ain't no father. Got a bitch, rather rap about your partners. Got sick and you hit them doctors. No respect for your mom. What the fuck you know about honest shit? All you know about drama shit. Blame your dick, your fuck baby mamas. All them chips and you still ain't got cars, huh? Hella problems, no solutions. Fuck is you doing? Winning or losing? Don't care what you did, fuck is you doing? Stand still, nigga, you moving after all the beating and bruising. How the fuck is you cruising? Still I stand. Say what's up? It's your boy, the Surf Ninja 219. Yeah. Stay wavy, my friend. Systematic bullshit. Ayo, the game is full of envy. It's hard to hate, especially when that hating shit ain't in me. Can't find a trace or a trait. Allergic reactions when that shit come around. 1 minute I'm Iron Man, next minute I'm Robert Downey. You could be it, and niggas still clown. Yeah, it's a circus. No line, I'm only tame shit because of my purpose. I won't allow no bitch to run me in circles. I'm no ringing brother. Us against the world, me and my significant other. See, wife is for life, and every woman don't wanna be no baby mother. Imagine explaining your 18-year-old the first time how to use a rubber. Before you start, that nigga rebuttal. Ain't gon' have no baby issues, crazy more than that, we in trouble. I asked why and he replied shit. I handle dollar bills, a lot of loan made me scream shit. I could holler still, he like, Pop, you gotta chill. I'm like, nah, you gotta live. Fast forward, months later, my kid got a kid. And I ain't saying he won't do right by him. The problem is, only giving a chance who do right by him. Like, damn, I ain't have a plan. Do you even have a plan? Just wanna be better man instead of the next Peter Pan. Blowing grams, getting so high that you never land. Another lost boy won't make you a better man. The deadbeat speaks, so yeah, should tell a friend. God, body, God got me, bitch, I won't break a bed. It's never about the time, it's about the money spent. Lord knows I learned more from my losses than my wins. It's the wrong way to do the right thing. Something ain't right, like fat boys in tight jeans. I'm biased to 200 pounders and skinny slightly. I might be stuck in my ways, having flashbacks of school, going to the food, brushing my ways. I think Grant was in the gym, shit, cutting the face. I put a bleachers, reality bites, eating with dreamers, running with schemers, and hang with non-believers. I guess you could say you are who you hang with. Captain Hook and I keep who I came with. Even if I ain't automatically, I'm on the same shit. Fast forward, I got drive, now watch me lane switch. Cosmic vibes on how I think that's just a brain twitch. Picture the frame, flip, James switch, warlock, I'm getting stoned. Hang, Sherlock, light bulb and blown. Still bright and sick, doc, my watch is on. The detector, I've been through some shit. I survived when most didn't, that's why they pissed. If you ain't making money, then it really don't make sense. I break my back before I break my bitch. Make it another day, then they say that I'm blessed. If I grow another grade, then I guess that I'm stressed. Hits the shits off the chain, jewelry shit dropping my shines. Jewels and diamonds ain't dropping no dimes. Real life lies about my real life lies.
I'm a real life lies.
I said real life lies about my real life lies. That's systematic bullshit. They feed us. It was created to break up the homes, especially the black family. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even really the daddy, nigga. The court's the daddy. You telling me what to do, like you gave birth to.